Why do you change your car's air filter? Because when it's clogged, it doesn't work. The same is true of your nose, the body's air filter. It's great at trapping allergens, dust, and viruses, but unless you clean it regularly, they can stay trapped, making you miserable. I'm Martin Hogue, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Here's a testimonial from a verified purchaser and a big Navage fan. Quote, I've been suffering for 30 years with chronic sinus infections and allergies. I stumbled across Navage. The suction is amazing. It cleared my sinus cavities better than anything I've tried before. Unquote. Navage has over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Wash your body's air filter with Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
You can always count on a classic. It's timeless and tastefully legendary. That's the truth behind the Troppy Chop. Often imitated, too delicious to be duplicated. The sauce just won't taste the same. But to really stand out, you gotta stay fresh and move to the beat of your own bowl. The Troppy Chop, only at Pollo Tropical. A classic that never goes out of style.
When inflation is this high, we're all pros at finding creative ways to save. Whether it's driving the extra mile for lower gas prices or grocery shopping on sale days, saving money has never been so important. That's why I have to tell you about my new favorite way to save, Upside. Upside is an incredible app for anybody who buys gas, groceries, or goes out to eat. With Upside, I don't get slammed by inflated prices because I get cash back on every purchase. To get started, it's easy. You download the free Upside app, use my promo code REAL, R-E-A-L, and you get 25 cents or more back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Next, you claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. You check in at the business, you pay like you normally do with your credit or debit card, and you get paid. Upside users are earning more than $1 million every single week. This is why they got a 4.8-star rating on the App Store. Download the free Upside app and use that promo code REAL to get 25 cents or more back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's promo code REAL.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate and break free from your old ride and declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 23 Outlander for just $7 down. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com.
Looking for more energy? Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at 7-Eleven for only $2.49. Or now 2 for $4 through August 1st. From morning wake up to afternoon pick me up, Amino Energy serves up 0 grams of sugar and refreshing fruit flavors. Grab one today at 7-Eleven and get more from your day. There's more of you in you with Amino Energy.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, July 12th, 2023. Lots to get to today. From It Happened Again to a Charles Manson follower is released from prison and how to survive a blackout in a heat wave. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Yo, yo.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. It's all working once again for your phones, your laptops, or wherever you want to record a dispatch. You can also watch the show on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Lit.
I always catch your little intros that you guys are doing to the video peoples.
Yeah, but C-Lane gives me like 2 seconds.
I like looking over and seeing
He does
how
a wave, he
guys-
does a kiss, he does a salute, and then I just have to go, hey, real quick.
Is your window getting tinier over
Yes.
time to introduce yourself to the video people?
One of these
Mine
days.
was real quick today because I started doing it late.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, everything's a little discombobulated this morning. There's a lot going on.
Because whenever I pull up and Austin's pulling out, I know like things have
Oh,
changed.
Yep,
Giggity.
something in the
Things have
studio
changed.
has been working on. And Sabrina's having the most disastrous week in terms of her body.
Disastrous?
She's beating herself. Well, you're getting beat up by the world this week.
I would consider it thriving, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you got stuff going on, but you're bruising yourself. You're hurting yourself. You fell down the stairs yesterday or the day before.
No, yeah, I fell down the stairs.
And then what happened
It
yesterday?
was a slip. It was a slip and fall, and
Yeah, but falling down those stairs is dangerous.
it was, and I thank my elbows for being there for me, and I can still walk.
Mm-hmm.
Now, then I did tell you guys about dancers,
Yeah.
in which I
And the pre-dancers fall.
right.
So,
Okay.
At the strip club where you can hear audibly, you said, where you fell into all the glassware that was up
I
against
rolled.
the stage.
They were very, slick wheels on the chairs.
And what did the bouncer say to you?
Not a good way to start the night.
Yeah, right. So yesterday you would have hoped everything went smoothly, no problems.
I mean, everything was very smooth, but on yesterday's show, for those that did not tune in, we had a great discussion. I don't know how it started off, but how Sean would curb stomp a dog
Yeah.
if it would attack Lady.
I
And
would defend my dog even if it came to harming another dog.
And then you asked, like, what would you guys do? And, would you kill another dog for your dog? And I was like, I would not like to go that route. I have learned a lot on the internet. These are the certain steps I would take from trainers that I follow. And then yesterday, I helped babysit my friend's kids.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I think it's been like 10-something years since I was the, in charge of children.
How old are these kids?
They are 6
Yeah.
and 8.
Okay, so they're pretty young kids.
I think I just butchered that, but they're less than 10.
All right.
Almost 10 years old.
Single digit kids.
And
If you're babysitting, you need to be able to know, in case
For
something
what?
bad happens, you
I
need
mean,
to tell them.
you guys know how awkward I am, right?
The doctor doesn't need to know how old the kids are.
But yeah, but the EMS does.
For
Right.
what?
Yeah, okay, let's
You
relax.
fix an 8-year-old the
Who's
same
babysitting?
way you fix a 10-year-old. You put them back together,
Got
Humpty
it,
Dumpty
right.
style.
But you know how awkward I am, and I was so
You're gonna
awkward.
Humpty Dumpty
like,
the 10-year-old?
No, that sounds bad. Let her get to her story.
delete that. And I was just, spitting out words like, hey guys, what you doing? I'm way too much right now. All right, I understand why you're not talking to me. But eventually, everything came into play, and our camp counselor is still inside me.
Right.
But they,
You made friends with the kids.
my friends,
We are off to a start saying weird things already.
my friends have a dog. It's a American Bulldog.
Yeah.
He's a sweet boy, and he was outside, and I was like, all right, I'll go play with the dog for a little bit.
Right.
Go smoke a cigarette in the corner, And everything was going just fine, but they did warn me, and this is all my fault. But they're like, he's a humper,
Oh, no.
and so I'll try to send you the video,
Oh,
but it's
God.
mostly the audio.
Yeah, you can hear this?
But I tried to use one of my TikTok lessons, and I said, sit, with a stern voice. And the dog sits. Then I go to turn to open the door, and he got enough of a whiff of my pheromones that it was full-blown death grip onto my leg.
Oh, and he was hump crazy?
And it's a big dog. And this is
Did it
how
knock
all-
you down?
It didn't knock me down, but I had to do these twist and turn remover moves.
Yeah.
Like I felt like a basketball player, except that I was being humped by a giant dog.
Right.
And they sent me the ring footage.
Yeah.
This morning.
Is this it?
Yeah. It's
hang on.
right here. Ready? It's right here. And I have to tell you, and I don't know if I want to show you my legs.
Yeah.
But they are destroyed.
What is happening to you this week?
I think I'm thriving.
Yeah. Oh.
No, sit. Stay.
There's the whiff.
No. No.
No!
Oh, no.
What is that voice you were channeling? No!
Get me inside the house.
You need a bubble or something this week.
I need a vacation.
We need to make sure you don't fall anymore.
I took the cats this morning to the vet, by the way.
Jesus, what the hell is going on?
They're up for their annual.
Oh, okay, so it's normal.
Moment I opened the door to let the cats out of the car, like in their crate, I stepped into the biggest pile of dog poop.
Your week is going terribly. What are you talking about thriving? Everything that you need to stay inside for the rest of this week.
Isn't it good luck for 7 years or something like that?
That's what people say because it's terrible. That's what they say about birds pooping on
How are
you.
your days going?
Okay so far. Not really, but you get it. On air, I'll say okay. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go over to CNN, where they're talking about the biggest abomination on planet Earth, a vile monstrosity, something that should be illegal in all states and all countries. And it's happening over at Burger King. This is insane and it's so terrible for you, and here it is.
It's a beer and burger end to the show. It's a little early for me, but if you're feeling peckish, may I invite you to check out Burger King's latest offering in Thailand. There's no meat.
Look at
involved,
this
just
monstrosity.
20 slices of cheese.
It's 20 slices of cheese.
Diarrhea City.
Burger King bun. And it is just the most melting pile of grossness that you've ever seen. How do you bite into that much cheese?
Wait, that's just cheese. It's not over
slices.
something.
No, nothing else is in there. It's only 20 slices of cheese. No burger.
And Burger King has confirmed that this is actually an offering.
Yeah.
Because it looks like something that somebody could have, like, piecemealed together, like at a Burger King who, like, just put in some flat panel touchscreens to order your food, but they didn't put any restrictions on how much you can mangle your order.
It's not in the United States. It's in Thailand.
Yeah, let's keep it there.
But it is just vile looking.
It's like eating a block of cheese.
It is, yeah. 20 slices of cheese, for God's sake.
I suspect that technically makes it a cheese sandwich, but details. Demand for the so-called real cheeseburger is apparently off the charts, mainly thanks to viral videos of people eating them on social media.
And nobody likes it.
I did some analysis. 381 calories for a Burger King cheeseburger, and I believe each one of those little cheese slices is 100.
You know what happens on social media?
What's that?
I haven't watched any of these videos.
Yeah.
Are people finishing this?
No,
this
nobody
monstrosity?
is.
No. They take one bite and they're like, whoa. Oh, please.
Yeah.
And then once the TikTok is done recording you, spit it out.
Hold on. She's counting the calories. Let's see what she says.
113 calories, so I make that 2,260 calories for the cheese alone.
What?
Oh.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that indeed. Do not buy, do not get, stay away.
Just 3 slices of cheese would give you the greatest experience.
My God. Yeah, you could minimize that just a little bit to make it like something that's edible, but no, that's not what's happening here. Back to our friend, the little bullied boy who started the show out the other day. He's back in the news for a follow-up. Can you believe this kid? They did a GoFundMe. I don't know why, but a GoFundMe.
The kid with the Jaws t-shirt?
The kid with the Jaws t-shirt who didn't have any friends, and he said he's looking for some friends in the neighborhood, and then he said some weird stuff about 2-year-olds, and
I love 3-year-olds.
Just
why you laugh during that?
I hope you can clean it up somehow. Take
Someone
that
help
away
me.
from him. And he's going around the neighborhood trying to find some friends because he got bullied. They ended up raising $40,000 for him.
For what, though?
On a GoFundMe.
Who started the GoFundMe? What's it
I don't know.
for?
You know who started the GoFundMe? The couple whose Ring doorbell camera it was.
The people who videoed it? But why does the kid get 40 grand?
What does it say, though? Doesn't GoFundMe make you say what it's for?
Usually it's like for doctor bills or because you lost your job.
Potato salad.
Because whatever reason. But in this kid's case, it's like just because he was a loser going around asking for friends in the neighborhood. And they're like, hey, let's give this kid 40 grand large. What do you think this kid's going to do with 40 grand? You think he's gonna?
He's gonna buy some friends. That's for sure.
He's not gonna spend this on anything that's smart for his future. This kid's gonna make the worst decisions with this if his parents aren't in charge. But here he is, the update on this kid. I guess he's got some friends now, so that's good to hear.
What's up, man?
Hi. Shaden Walker had no idea going to this neighbor's door would change his life.
I wanted to see if you knew any kids around like 11 or 12 maybe, because I need some friends, like really bad.
Although the Ray family doesn't have any kids Shaden's age, they posted the video to TikTok
For
and it blew
viral
up.
hits.
They also started a GoFundMe, raising nearly $40,000.
40 grand. Oh, it says we are raising money to help him to buy a gaming system, school clothes, and hopefully some amusement park tickets and anything else he may want or need. 100% of the donations go to him. So maybe if he gets a video game console, the kids will want to play with him.
Right.
Because he's got like the new PlayStation or whatever.
Okay, so $40,000. Let's say PS5.
Yeah.
It's about
Also, by the way,
$800.
Oh, yeah, on the high end,
He
I
can
would
have
say.
50 PS5s.
Well,
Does
he's
that give you
set.
friends?
He's loaded his room up with all the PS5s now.
Also, we don't know how big this could have gotten. As of 6 days ago, they said, we expect to see this support from this community, but we're shocked and amazed by how everyone's shown up for Shaden. We decided to turn off donations while we coordinate with his family, but all funds will stay in the GoFundMe account. Until then, we'll keep you updated.
I bet Shaden is like, why are you turning it off? This is my future right here.
Do I start a GoFundMe for the stepping on poop and getting humped by a dog?
Just for Sabrina's week. The Sabrina week GoFundMe. And you get a gaming console at the very least out of this.
Yeah.
Back to Shaden.
What my life was like before was kids were manipulating me and telling me that they will be my friend, but when they ask me to do something horrible,
He's not looking at the camera
That's
at all. His head
This is so weird.
He looked at that Ring doorbell or that Nest doorbell or whatever it was, but he's staring straight
Yeah, but
down.
he was all squinty.
He's looking at the ground in this interview.
it's just I don't feel like they're actually my friend.
Before going viral, Shaden didn't have the confidence to be himself.
He stems very
his
hard,
mom?
he flaps his arms, and he makes noises that a lot of people have made fun of him. So he told me, I just
he's on
deal
the
with the
spectrum.
pain
I
of
think
just
so.
holding it in so that I don't get made fun of because of it. And that hurt. That broke my heart.
But now,
My self-confidence has gone through the roof.
If you can be the one,
Yeah, you got 40 grand,
to
why not?
stand out and help somebody else.
Hello, Papa.
Set that trend. Make that the trend to be set. To not be bullied.
Dad
Shaden's
looks cool.
mom-
You know what?
Dad can't help him out to be cooler.
And his parents seem pretty chill. Like I expected way different out of the parents here, but they seem like they're just kind of decent little parents.
Is it just me, or does this
$40,000 richer.
this kid remind you of the apparently kid?
He does.
A little bit.
Yeah, he's
like
got
in
that
his
red-headed
voice and
look.
stuff. Like,
Apparently.
Apparently, there's the bullies in the neighborhood.
Well, he's really happy with everything that's happened after this, even though his video went viral showing him with no friends. Now he's got them, I
the story
guess.
brings attention to an issue so many face.
He's been hospitalized because the bullying was so bad and he felt so isolated.
Oh, my God.
If you see it, just advocate for that person. Just be there for that person.
I mean, true.
Do not let that person suffer.
Shaden wants to leave everyone with this message.
How would you like it if someone were
Okay. Whoa. Sean's
guys,
complaining that
come
this
on.
whole time he doesn't look at the camera, and he's like,
that
"Oh, it's so
was way
sad."
too
He's not
long
doing it.
looking in the
Then he
camera.
looks at the camera, and you're like, "Oh, what?"
Switch.
He looked at the camera. They did a shot. This is the news director's fault because he stares straight into the camera.
Shaden
And
wants to leave everyone with this message.
How would you like it if someone were to bully you?
not a lot.
How would that make you feel?
Not good. There he is. Good for him. Good for the family. I'm glad this kind of ended up in a positive way for him. And
Okay, dork.
Shaden now has $40,000 and at least a couple of friends as a result. So good for him. Real quick, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Our friend Hollywood Brad emails the show.
Oh, we need to play Call of Duty soon.
Hollywood Brad says that was a great interview yesterday with Jane Doe. A lot of controversy over that after the show. I've read a few books on the subject, and it's fascinating. There's a book called The Psychopath Test that is a fantastic read and explains the test and how people are diagnosed.
Sean got an A+ on that.
It's far from boring, he says. There's only one test to diagnose psychopathy in the world. It was created by a Canadian psychologist in the 70s. I'd love to hear you ask Jane Doe about her test and her diagnosis, because many psychopaths share traits, but they're not all the same. I imagine she has a pretty high degree of narcissism, which is probably why she's willing to come on the show, because psychopaths generally would never do anything for any other reason than selfishness. Interesting stat, about 1% of the world's population are psychopaths, but 3 to 4% of people in senior positions in business are psychopaths, which is one of the things we had mentioned yesterday on the show. When we come back, it happened again. Unbelievable.
Oh, no.
Cannot believe we just talked about this and it happened again. What was it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
What's happening? I hope your Wednesday is going well. Right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, we are seeing a complete shutdown of State Road 426. That's Fairbanks and Aloma Avenue, both east and westbound, in between Dean Road and Aloma Woods Boulevard. So remember, all lanes are closed. Seek an alternate route there. Beside that, all clear on the rest of the major highways and roads. Just your usual delay east and westbound on I-4 approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by STEM.
When you see a roach over there, you want it gone. Ew. Fast. STEM's Bug Killer Trigger is powered by active ingredients found in plants and kills roaches faster than Zevo's Bug Killer Trigger based on lab testing on the most common U.S. cockroach species. STEM. Rooted in nature, optimized by science.
With the Autio app riding shotgun, every road trip is an adventure.
Autio is my traveling companion. It's educational, entertaining, funny. It makes the drive come to life.
The Autio app automatically plays you stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories outside your car window, with over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast.
I've learned more about my hometown from the Autio app than I did growing up here.
Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at autio.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
That huge data breach from a few weeks ago has probably moved off your radar, but your information could still be on the dark web. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious activity, like someone using your info. If there's a problem, LifeLock's U.S.-based identity restoration specialists will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but LifeLock will help protect your identity long after this breach is forgotten. Save up to 25% your first year. Use promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com.
The following message is brought to you by Kardia, makers of the world's leading personal EKG devices.
We pulled people off the street and asked them about their heart. How's your heart? Good. You sure?
I think so.
How do you know? It doesn't come with a manual and you're like, oh, I got the 20,000-day checkup, right?
With Kardia Mobile, you can take a medical-grade EKG in just 30 seconds from anywhere. Kardia Mobile is a small device about the size of a stick of gum. Simply put your fingers on the electrodes, and your EKG is recorded right onto your phone. Kardia Mobile is proven to detect atrial fibrillation, one of the leading causes of stroke.
How much do you think this costs?
Probably in the hundreds.
$79.
Oh, wow.
That could be cheaper than a tank of gas.
Checking your heart anytime, anywhere has never been easier. Don't wait. Get Kardia Mobile today for yourself or for a loved one. It's just $79 at Kardia.com. That's Kardia.com. And when you order now, you'll get 10% off Kardia Mobile. Just enter 10 off Kardia at checkout. Also available on Amazon.
Has it in his feet in the box. Little back flick. Torres scores!
Orlando City's back on the road this weekend as the Lions travel to take on rival Atlanta United on Saturday, July 15th at 7:30 p.m. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Or join your fellow City fans at Hooch in Wall Street Plaza for the official City Pub Watch Party presented by Heineken Silver.
Why do you change your car's air filter? Because when it's clogged, it doesn't work. The same is true of your nose, the body's air filter. It's great at trapping allergens, dust, and viruses, but unless you clean it regularly, they can stay trapped, making you miserable. I'm Martin Hogue, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Here's a testimonial from a verified purchaser and a big Navage fan. Quote, I've been suffering for 30 years with chronic sinus infections and allergies. I stumbled across Navage. The suction is amazing. It cleared my sinus cavities better than anything I've tried before. Unquote. Navage has over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Wash your body's air filter with Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0 down and 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Now open in Daytona. Welcome to The Good Stuff. I'm Jacob Schick, a third-generation combat Marine.
And I'm his co-host and wife, Ashley Schick. We believe everyone has a story to tell, not only about the peaks, but the valleys they've been through to get them to where they are today. We're joined by some amazing guests who share the lessons they've learned that shaped who they are and what they're doing to pay it forward and give back.
Listen to The Good Stuff on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Take a break from high interest rates with 0% APR financing at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Today, we appreciate it. And we got Fritz on the street coming up later on in the show today. And somebody did email tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Podcast Pete is his name. Let's see what he says. It says 10-year anniversary. Hey there, Podcast Pete from Maryland here. I've been a loyal listener since Sean's delightful 5 a.m. show.
Meow, meow.
And boy,
Podcast Pete's a real generous guy.
He's been around for a while, and he's heard the best content, right there at the beginning, and then you know what we got going now.
Oh, it's a shot at us, Eli.
Your 10-year anniversary episode sure brought back some memories, he says. I remember a time when I spotted the gang propping up the bar at Finn Henry's. At this point, I was several Jamesons deep. Now picture this. I'm contemplating whether to send shots over or gather the courage to introduce myself. But then, in my infinite wisdom or drunken stupor, I hatch a brilliant plan. I'll pretend I have no clue who you guys are and try my luck with Sabrina instead. Smooth move, right? Well, not exactly, he says. Let's just say it didn't go as planned. The bartender swiftly handed me the check, hoping I'd take the hint and scram. Naturally, the next day, I avoided tuning into the show, terrified you might recount the tale of the creepy dude who hit on Sabrina. It haunted me for years. I felt like I tried to woo a close pal, even though we were total strangers. But here's the twist. It wasn't me or my incredible charm that caused the debacle. It was my genitalia. Where is Podcast Pete going?
How is
this? Not recalling this moment. Go on.
Yes, you heard that right. Turns out my misadventure had nothing to do with who I am as a person or my amazing drunken game. And now, oh joy, I could listen to the show without that dreaded knot in my stomach. Sending you loads of love, podcast.
what?
Pete.
He meant that the reason that
that Sabrina wasn't
he
into
wouldn't
him
land
because,
it is because he's a man.
Oh, right.
That was
right.
it, sir.
Which is a weird way of phrasing that.
Makes him feel better about himself. There you go.
Sure about that?
There you go, podcast. Pete.
There's definitely dudes that I'm attracted to, but might have been your awkwardness. I thought he had exposed himself, and I
didn't know where he was going with
remembered that. But
I don't remember that incident at all. But of course,
all right.
seen.
I love that he looks to the three of us and he's like, "I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hit on Sabrina.
Yeah,
she'll be cool."
Well, if he
about
would have
it.
hit on C-Lane, it might have worked. He might have had some success there. You guys could
never forget.
still be together to this time. I'm aware. I don't know if I was there or not. But you definitely made out with a strange dude.
Did not make out with any strange dude.
Yes.
You two made out.
Yes. No.
On the Just
Yes,
Okay
you
stage.
did.
What did happen was that C-Lane was a goddamn hero.
Somebody was bothering Sabrina, and C-Lane kissed a stranger on the face.
I had text them because we were supposed to meet up at Finn Henry's, and I'm like, "Hey man, where are you? This guy's being a real creep."
What a
He's
disarming
being a
move.
creep. And C-Lane walks in, and he goes, "Hey,
It's
dude."
like what I said the other day with the booping.
You boop somebody.
Except
It was the greatest thing he had ever done, and he grabbed the man's face, and he goes, "You trying to kiss my friend?" Gives him a big old fat pop kiss in the face, and the guy looked at him and walked right outside.
He's like,
never to be seen again.
How do I respond
and
to
C-Lane,
this?
I appreciate that to the day I die.
Which, I mean, if that had gone the other way, I would have been like, ugh.
What if he was like,
Starts kissing you back?
This is even better.
I can't commit to this.
This is what I wanted. It's back. It happened again. I cannot believe this. I'm hoping that we did not will this into existence, but we literally just talked about that house that had the sinkhole where it swallowed the guy.
Yes. Oh.
The sinkhole opened up again.
That
Wait,
same
the
one?
same sinkhole?
Yes, the same sinkhole. After we talked about this, that sinkhole opened up again.
Tell me that they just like put a floor over it and resold the house.
Well, it keeps opening up, I guess. Here's what the story says. A sinkhole
It was hibernating.
that swallowed a Florida man as he slept back in 2013 is back. And the story we told was this guy's sleeping in the middle of the night. The ground opens up underneath him, and the sinkhole swallows him. And they never found the guy. It just like ate him alive. And loved ones were like reaching to try to get him and save him and stuff. And they said it first reopened in 2015, and now it's back again.
Wow.
It's estimated to measure 19 feet by 16 feet wide and 19 feet deep right
Dang.
now. The residents
But
of the neighborhood
what's
are
been
safe.
going on since 2015?
I don't know. I guess this place is just really prone to have this sinkhole, and the whole area is fenced off right now. The original guy's body was never found, and they said this is not uncommon what we're seeing out here with reoccurrences. It's actually the preferred way of doing it, is it? The way the way it was handled the first time, the way we filled it. That way, when there's a reoccurrence, it's controlled in an area like you see behind me, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's fine. They're in a situation where they have it under control. But the damn sinkhole opened up again.
Yeah.
Get out of this neighborhood.
But how cheap are the houses there?
Oh, the property values must have suffered as a result of that, because you start looking up a couple of houses, people go, hey, Google about the sinkhole. It's like in the acreage where I was raised most of my life, that when people talk about the cancer cluster, that's how you get money off a house you're going to buy in the acreage. And they say, we want this much money. You go, tell me about that cancer cluster thing. And they never connected any dots there, but it's bad enough. Like the sinkhole thing would be, all right, let's drop 50 grand off the price of this thing.
You sure about that?
Immediately. You don't want to live there. To the folks who do, so sorry that opened up again. That absolutely
Love you. Thanks
sucks.
for listening.
Meanwhile, they released a Charles Manson follower from prison. Leslie Van Houten. She was a homecoming princess. At 19, she was one of the ones who helped carry out the killings of a wealthy Los Angeles couple at the violent and manipulative direction of cult leader Charles Manson. She served more than 50 years of a life sentence. And I think, you know what, as bad as this was, I always want people to pay for their crimes and whatnot. But this is a woman who's now 73 years old. What threat does she pose
I don't know.
if she killed somebody else?
Not kill, but just goes right back into following someone else. In a
Yeah,
cult.
she finds another Charles Manson 2.0 out there. Man, I think it's very, very unlikely that she would fall into some more trouble. But man, that's a crazy story. And she was sentenced to death back in 1971.
Wait, sentenced to death, but got out eventually.
Yep, yeah. It wasn't without the possibility of parole parole. So that meant that there was a chance. And this time at the parole hearing, they said they would allow her to get out. And she's now been released from her prison sentence. So a Charles Manson follower on the loose now. Be careful out there, everybody. Let's work in a dispatcher, too, real quick. And by the way, the dispatch recorder on the website is back up and running. Sorry about that. It's working now.
I heard Sean testing it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Good
Check
morning.
1, 2.
They did this, right?
Good morning. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. I think this works again.
See, it's working, everybody. It's working.
Sick dispatch. You know that if someone else would have done that, you would have torn that
I know,
apart.
because there's radio in the background.
Yeah.
Turn it down. I was just testing it out, but we're good to go on your laptop, your smartphone, whatever. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record a dispatch for us. Just like this, here is Green Panda.
Hey guys, just chiming in on the show. Love the interview with the psychopath lady on the radio yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting individual.
Oh.
I can see some of those qualities in some of my family members.
Oh,
and it was funny at the end of the interview or after the interview. Some of the callers, the guys are like, "What does she look like? Is she hot? Is she single?"
That's so weird.
And I think, Sean, in response to that, men like crazy women because probably we could talk them into doing things that the regular sane woman wouldn't do. Anyway, have a great
Don't
day.
remember you saying that, Sean. Was that part of a secret broadcast?
What? What are you going to talk them into that regular women won't do? The thing that I said,
red flag.
I said, why you guys would be listening out there to the show and hear an interview with a psychopath and being like, man, I bet she's hot. Or I wonder what it would be like to be with her.
Yeah, daddy issues, let's go.
That's weird. This is a person that's giving off every red flag possible.
Talking about how she just finds full joy in tricking her poor husband.
Yes. Yeah, and the people are like, yeah, is she hot? I'd like to get with her. What?
I didn't mention it on the air, but we did talk about during the break. I'm like, let's get in touch with the husband, and then we'll do War of the Roses style.
Oh, my God.
Both of them are on the air at the same time.
That would be legendary. Legendary.
And not set up and fake.
She was on the Discord a little bit yesterday, I believe. So she's been making the rounds. It's interesting.
You listening right now, gal?
She might be out there. Who knows? Here's Hugh G. Rection with a dispatch. Let's see what Hugh has to say. Hello?
Hey, News Junkie Crew,
There you
podcast listener here.
Thank you.
Favorite part of the show is C-Lane and Sabrina's zingers that they throw out there. Just finished yesterday's podcast, and there was a part where you were discussing the mistakes or the problems that you've been having with that podcast, and it's been a lot better. So I appreciate your efforts. Just want to let you know that when you were discussing that during the podcast, it actually skipped most of that conversation.
Not good.
Got a great laugh out of that one. Thank you guys very much, and keep up the great work.
That was one of my very hidden singers. I just deleted that whole part.
So funny.
I know how to get them. Here's what we'll do. All right, a quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear from you, your dispatches. Line those up and join us here. It's all working again over at thenewsjunkie.com. Young kid is not feeling so well today. What happened to him? Wait until you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, everybody. Good Wednesday to you. Jamie King now, Fox 35 Storm Center. Just want to freshen up the forecast details as we approach midday here in Central Florida. So highs today make a move to about 94. Rain chance after 2 p.m. at about 50%. Scattered showers and storms on top. Looks like a heat index as high as 107 today. So the heat is on. 76 tonight. Evening shower and storm chance at 30%. Quiet, partly cloudy late. Thursday, 94. Rain chance 60% for the p.m. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. You take care.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa Hoagie Fest is back, and they're celebrating 15 years of hoagie love with $5 shorties and $6 classics in any variety. Gotta have a Wawa.
Attention business owners. Was your company impacted during COVID? If you had W-2 employees during 2020 and 2021, you may be entitled for up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit Program. This is not alone. The IRS paid back billions already. We've helped thousands of businesses just like yours, so let us help you. At ERC Business Solutions, we make it simple. We do it all for you, so you won't have to worry about the complex application process. There's absolutely no risk. If you don't get paid, we don't get paid. Most businesses do qualify, even those with no decline in revenues or those that already got PPP. Discover how much you can claim. There's no cost or obligation. Call now, 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Get up to $26,000 per employee. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250.
That huge data breach from a few weeks ago has probably moved off your radar, but your information could still be on the dark web. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious activity, like someone using your info. If there's a problem, LifeLock's U.S.-based identity restoration specialists will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but LifeLock will help protect your identity long after this breach is forgotten. Save up to 25% your first year. Use promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
You can always count on a classic. It's timeless and tastefully legendary. That's the truth behind the Troppy Chop. Often imitated, too delicious to be duplicated. The sauce just won't taste the same. But to really stand out, you gotta stay fresh and move to the beat of your own bowl. The Troppy Chop, only at Pollo Tropical. A classic that never goes out of style.
At Wells Fargo, if you accidentally overdraw your account, we give you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with an extra day?
Sunday night and I have the Sunday scaries.
Honey, don't be scared. Every weekend comes with an extra day now.
All right. TGI Sunday.
It helps to have an extra day. When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getextra to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to timing requirements and the bank's funds availability policy. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer for a reason. We don't sell your leads to anyone else like the rest of our competitors. You're our customer. We handle our customers right, and that's why we're America's best car buyer. You're not going to get harassed by a bunch of different people selling your information. GiveMeTheVin.com dominates. Why? Because we take care of our customers. They don't call me America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Get ready to save with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security. And a free Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Go to spectrum.com/save more and use the Spectrum One savings calculator to see how much you can save today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Shooing seagulls away from our beach snacks is easy, but keeping my frequent heartburn away, that was a full-time job. I had to chew up to 10 antacids a day to manage it. Then I tried Prilosec OTC. Just one pill a day blocks my frequent heartburn for a full 24 hours, giving me one-and-done heartburn relief. Thanks to Prilosec OTC, now my heartburn's on vacation too.
Prilosec OTC. One pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Big deals on better sleep are here early. It's Black Friday now at Mattress Firm. Save up to $600 and score a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. See a Mattress Firm sleep expert today to find your perfect bed and get 120 nights to make sure it's right.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Enjoy the Twitter experience without the musk at Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Radio.
you this story about a young boy who had a real bad day. Sabrina level bad.
Whoa,
What
really?
are you talking about?
Yeah, this kid got
Yes,
hurt
I had a
too.
fine day. I'm fine.
I saw that photo of your leg. You did not have a
Show
fine
the
day.
people.
Oh,
It looks good.
My God, I can't believe you had this much bruising going on.
I also think I bruise easily, but yeah, there she blows.
Jesus. Here's all the bruising around Sabrina's knee as a result. Was this from falling down the stairs or from the dog?
Okay, first of all, I didn't fall down the stairs. It was a slip, and those are on my elbows. But this is dog and the edge of the dance floor at Dancers.
Jesus.
The darker ones.
Good God, you're compiling the damages here. You have to be careful with yourself for the rest of the week. You don't want more of this. Good God.
I'm fine, all right?
Yeah,
It's
but
okay.
that's bad bruising right there.
And
All
look
right,
cool.
Let me get rid of
Sabrina's week is like the embodiment of the 30 Rock meme where she's like, hell of a week, huh? And he's like, it's Wednesday, Lemon.
Well, they say this is the biggest bomb in Netflix history. And I just watched this. I literally just watched this movie, and I saw the story about it, and I go, oh,
Do
my
you
God.
agree that this is the biggest bomb in Netflix history?
No, not really.
Or even a contender?
No, I really didn't, because here's the thing, okay? The movie is not meant to be a serious movie. It's produced by Adam Sandler.
Okay.
He's not in it at all. The lead in it is Adam Devine, I think is his name.
Oh, the guy from Workaholics?
Yep, from Workaholics.
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect.
Oh.
He's in Modern Family.
I may have watched this too.
Did you?
Or at least the trailer.
So it's about him, and he's engaged to this woman, and the woman he's engaged to is like way more attractive than him, and he's like a real nerdy guy and
Oh, cool.
stuff.
So there's like the 8th movie of this plot line.
Yes, it's a very common trope in movies. And then her parents come into the picture, and her dad is like the coolest guy in the world, played by Pierce Brosnan, and his mom is Ellen Barkin. And it's all about like they get involved with robbing banks with this guy, right? And
I don't know if we actually watched it.
It's cheesy and it's goofy and it's all of these things, but I look at movies differently. Like sometimes I think movie reviewers are useless because here's what they do. Movie reviewers go, this is what the perfect movie is to me. And then they look at every movie through that lens. You know, was it the perfect movie? And to me, I have, what kind of movie is this? Is it a drama? Is it a very serious movie? And then I'll look at it through that lens. Is it a comedy, a slapstick comedy maybe? I'll look at it through that lens. So movies that aren't really great pieces of art or anything could be fun. Like Meet the Parents. I think it's a good movie.
You watch your mouth.
I think it's a good movie. It's fun. I like that movie. But you wouldn't say it's like a cinematic masterpiece or like Oscars should be or whatever.
Not
they
going
give
on in a vault anymore.
No, it's just a fun movie. And so I saw this one as the same thing, and it's called The Outlaws. That's the name of the movie. But they just
Tore it apart?
slammed this thing. They really, really took this thing down.
But you, like, how did you feel about it when you were watching it? So
Fine.
I love, for example, Melissa McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's very funny. Most of her movies, if she's in it, I will give it a go.
Her in Bridesmaids is one of the funniest characters ever
Greatest of all
in a
time.
movie
The
like
Heat.
that.
You have Spy, which was fantastic.
Yep.
And then I went to the movies for Life of the Party, where I think
So
she's
her
like-
and her husband or something.
and they're playing parents of a college student. She goes back to this. I walked out of the movie, and I don't.
was that bad?
Yeah, it was awful.
I
And
think
I don't think
I
that's
remember watching that movie.
anything to do with Melissa McCarthy, but just the editing and the
The
writing
script
of it
and
all.
stuff, yes.
And it happens. Now, could you get through this entire movie?
I don't know. I can get through a lot of stuff. I don't turn stuff off because normally I switch into another mode where I'm like, oh, this sucks. And then I just,
And now I'm going to hate what?
Yeah, then I'm going to crap all over the movie and get another kind of enjoyment out of it. But it's like these funny, goofy ass movies are fine with me. Like even ones that are pretty bad, but I like it enough to watch it, like Grown Ups or something with Adam Sandler. Like,
Oh,
it's
that one
not-
I didn't.
It's not a good movie, but it's like it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, I just put it on and just watch it, and I view it differently than I would
Sure.
some like Godfather type movie. And I just grade those differently. And I feel like critics hate these kind of movies.
Critics
but
hate everything
they tend to. It keeps them in business.
except for that Barbie movie.
The biggest
Get paid
bomb in Netflix history, they're saying. The Barbie movie's getting good reviews so far.
I'm excited for it.
That one's like at 100 or whatever. It's like almost perfect reviews so far.
It's weird to be on IMDb and want to watch a trailer because you're literally volunteering to watch an advertisement, and they still put an advertisement before it, and it's another trailer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm sitting here, and I've been hearing a little bit of rumblings, and now there's finally some trailers and some footage from this Timothy Chalamet movie where he plays young Willy Wonka.
Yes, I watched that yesterday.
Careful.
Yeah, the movie Wonka released their trailer.
And so I went this morning to watch the Wonka trailer, but before it, I had to sit through the whole Barbie trailer, and I'm like,
you can't get away from Barbie right now.
No. I mean, they shoehorned it into the Bachelorette.
It's on the smart devices out in the kitchen every 5 seconds.
Go.
It's everywhere right now. Let me tell you something. All right, I watched that trailer for Wonka. First of all, I wanted to hate it. Going in, I wanted to hate it.
What was your favorite part? I know what mine is.
Well, the first thing is the last Wonka stuff that they did with Johnny Depp was so bad.
Terrifying.
So painfully
Was the
bad
worst.
that I was expecting that to happen here. But this is a prequel. Second of all, Timothy Chalamet or whatever his name is.
Chalamet.
Chalamet. I want to not like the guy for some reason, but the son of a bitch is so good in everything that he does. I can't hate him.
That's why you don't want to not like him.
I look at him. I'm like, good looking guy. He's out there in Hollywood. He's doing his thing.
He looks 12.
And there's something about him where I'm like, this guy's probably terrible. But I watched the damn trailer. I'm like, I thought it looked great. I thought it looked really good. It's like a prequel to all the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory stuff. And he is so good, man. You can't hate that guy.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I do have a story for the next episode about this and some explanations, because I guess it was a different type of Oompa Loompa than we're used to.
Yeah, the
that
Oompa
was
Loompas are
my
different.
favorite
I
part.
think the Oompa Loompas are like they were in the book, if I'm not wrong.
Because I don't know if there was ever any illustration in the book. The Oompa Loompa looks like the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory version.
Right.
Except it's played by Hugh Grant.
Yes, Hugh Grant. And he's not
Guys,
supposed to
all right,
be...
let's not blow all the stories up.
This is the weird thing. It's not like they're supposed to be little people in this Oompa Loompa. They're little people.
They're creatures,
but
I thought.
Not like midget little people. They're
Whoa.
they're just small human beings that are like from some other
They're
world.
not like a regular person who has dwarfism or something like that. You're talking about a miniature full-size person
with Hugh Grant's face on it. And
Okay.
It's hilarious.
Made of nightmares. Speaking of little people, my story from earlier about the dog and the
There was a little
the
person
kid
involved
sitting.
in this?
No, they're just little humans.
Oh,
They're
okay.
Of age, and they are listening now because I guess they have found out about the dog story and
Oh,
sharing. So
no.
I do want to give a shout out to Walter the dog.
Uh-huh.
Now you're listening, bud. Everything's chill. And
Is everything chill? I don't know about those bruises.
I'm
That
just
doesn't
gonna
look like
I'm gonna wear some heavy duty cargo pants next time I go over, and then shout out to Bubba and Olive.
Oh, well, that is very nice. Not nice what happened to you,
And I'll babysit your kids any day.
but nice. Is that your new side business you got cranking up right now?
How much money do you think I can charge an hour for that?
I think it's skyrocketing right now.
Like $40 an hour?
I think it used to be for babysitters like $10 an hour, maybe less than that. I think it's like up there. I don't know. I don't have a little kid right now, but I think it's pretty
you say right
expensive.
now?
Well, no,
You
I
think about having another
no,
one?
no. Wait,
He's
for
saying
what?
that he used to have a little bit.
Right.
I tried that experiment. I found out I wasn't good at it.
Oh no, Dylan's
somehow an amazing kid came out of the equation. But, the rest, it is where it is. This little kid, speaking of little kids, we'll say in the realm of little people, and there was a young kid who was at the Home Run Derby hanging out, watching all the home runs get hit, and he got smashed by a foul ball, and it came off the bat from this guy, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., at 115 miles per hour.
Oh, that sends a shiver down my spine.
And it hit this poor kid right in the head. And
he survived?
He's okay, but it was not a good situation for a little while.
Isn't that how Simon Birch's mom died?
Went through this last time, I think.
You guys still haven't watched the movie.
I didn't see
I'm
it.
sorry, I didn't know we were supposed to go home immediately and
Yes,
watch
please,
Simon
thank
Birch.
you. Speaking of little people, full circle.
There's little people in Simon Birch, too?
He's a little person.
Oh, God, I don't know how this all comes together sometimes. But this little boy got knocked out by a 115.8 mile per hour ball at the Home Run Derby.
God.
He's got some medical attention that he received afterwards, and now he's doing okay.
Did he get
But
to keep the baseball?
I don't know if it landed near him after it bounced off of his head.
He must have such a giant welt.
Oh, that's
on
not
his
good.
head.
Yeah.
Another head.
That is not a good feeling. But he's going to be okay, so that part is good. I did say there's been a lot of controversy in the world of baseball because there's a bunch of really bad umps. Is that what they're called? Who's the head guy behind the plate? Like the head ump?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
The guy's calling the strikes and the balls back there.
Yeah, the main ump.
A lot of them are bad at doing what they do, and now they have the technology to tell you, is this a ball or is this a strike? And they could use a robot for that job and use artificial intelligence to say this was a ball or this was a strike in this case. And there's some of the players and certainly a lot of the commentators and stuff, they hate that idea because they think it like takes the humanity out of baseball. And even though it would be more fair, right? Wouldn't that be more fair if it's like digitally telling you if something was a ball or a strike? I think that would be a more fair situation. People don't like it
But
because
it's the tradition of
Yeah.
having, the umpire there.
and then you go, well, why do we need
Right.
why do you need the other umpires? Why do you need anybody? Just have like just robot umpires judging everything. So people are very, very resistant to that for some reason. If you are too, let us know why. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Let's see what we got going on. Here is Steinpecker with a dispatch for us.
So I got off work early yesterday from my plumbing job.
Yeah.
Went home and sat on my couch and I watched this movie on Paramount Plus called Jerry and Marge Do It Large. It's got Bryan Cranston in it. It's a great movie. It's about a guy that figures out an algorithm
Never
to
heard of
scam the lottery out of millions of dollars. It was really good. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Is that
weird
is that your real
delivery.
voice?
Sounds like he's doing
I don't
like
want to be offensive, but is that your real
It
voice?
was like a Napoleon
That's
Dynamite.
what I was getting
Gina,
at.
come get your dinner.
Is that movie good? I've never even heard of
Jerry
it.
and Marge Go Large was real good. It was Bryan Cranston of Breaking Bad and Annette Bening,
All
I want to
right.
say.
That's one of those people
And
where I know the
Breaking
name.
Good.
They're a married couple, and he's like really good at math, and he figures out that there is a scratch-off game, or no,
That's
there-
based on a true story.
It
isn't
is, yeah. It was. He figures out that there's a ticketed game that the odds are
Actually in your favor for once.
which and like he thinks maybe the lottery didn't figure it out, so he finds the place where he can like get the most tickets.
Yeah.
And like this liquor store that just let him operate the machine, or he wasn't an employee or something. There was some sort of workaround where he was following all the rules and printing out thousands of tickets and then just
winning a lot of money.
and just making bank.
I didn't even know they made a movie out of that.
Yeah, it was a real good movie, and then like it invigorates their relationship. It kind of reignites the flame because they're having fun together. The owner of the liquor store is played by one Mr. Rainn Wilson, who does a really good job in the movie too. Yeah,
Yeah, I've never even. I don't know how that slid under the radar for
Looks
me.
like we got some weekend plans of movie watching.
We got to watch Simon Birch and Jerry and Marge Do a Large or whatever it's
Go
called.
Large.
Here's Missy with the dispatch. Hello.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
About Leslie Van Houten, she actually had 3 trials. The first one, she got convicted, life in prison, but then her attorney went missing and was found dead, so she got a second trial.
Jeez, she's talking about the Charles Manson follower that was just released.
It was declared a hung jury, and the third trial is when she got convicted with the death sentence. However, like a year or two later, California got rid of the death penalty, so everybody got shifted to life with the possibility of parole.
Interesting.
And she's already actually gotten approved for parole by the parole board a few times, and it's been all of the California governors who have vetoed her early release.
yeah.
So,
Except for Newsom.
so you guys might like to know that.
Yeah, I can remember the story where the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, came out and he was like, I am not going to get in the way of the parole board. And then this happened.
So California gets rid of the death penalty, and then they just take a look at they just blanket everybody who has gotten the death penalty gets the eligibility of parole.
Yeah.
We can't just look at everyone who's on death row and maybe we go, some of you should get eligibility of parole and some of you were worthy of the death penalty, but now that we don't have it, you should just stay in prison forever.
I think you put him on a prize wheel.
It's
And you
spinning
just
around.
spin.
It's a big win for them, but she still wasn't able to get out for quite some time. They kept denying until finally now she's been released.
I'm so curious, like someone that age being released into the world after 50 years, like what do you do?
Oh, my
Are you,
God.
What job are you applying for?
She's been behind bars since the 70s. She's very, very, very out of touch.
Doesn't know iPhones, computers.
No, the internet doesn't know all of these things that have occurred since 1970, whatever. That's kind of a shock to her world.
She knows a little bit about it. She's just never had firsthand experience with
it. You encounter it still in prison. You see the guards with the phones and you see all that stuff, but you still are going to be very detached from what the outside world is like in that scenario. When we come back, we're going to hear from you, of course, but also some teachers that are very upset. They're going to have to do something they do not want to do. What is it? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Early bird tickets for the 2023 Real Radio Charity Poker Tournament are on sale now. Get yours at realradio.fm/poker.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your Wednesday is going well. Right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, pretty clear traffic flow, including east and westbound lanes of I-4, although a little bit of your usual delay, of course, approaching State Road 535. But thankfully, east and west of the 408 is also clear, north and south of the Turnpike as well, and the Greenway too. So overall, a pretty smooth ride, but remember, while out behind the wheel, if you see any issues, dial our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number. That's 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Weber's Seasonings. Summer is in full swing and your grill is going. Weber Seasonings is always within reach. Chicken, steak, burgers, veggies, they have a Weber seasoning for everything. Just sprinkle on top or mix in burgers and grill. Weber Seasonings, find them in the spice aisle or on Amazon.
Ow. Okay, it's all right. Let's just start over. And one, and oh.
Ballroom dancing is a lot like saving for retirement.
Okay, class. Switch up partners.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's way easier with someone who knows the right moves. With Fairwinds Credit Union as your dance partner, you can glide into financial freedom by saving more and planning for your future. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Deals on the McD app are kind of like cool breezes on a hot summer day. You don't know when they're coming, but when they hit, there's nothing quite like them. Save time and get back to summer fun when you order ahead on the app. Pick up a juicy, tender McCrispy, golden fries, and a refreshing Dr. Pepper. It's 30% off your entire order when you spend $5 using mobile order and pay on the McD app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 6/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Shooing seagulls away from our beach snacks is easy, but keeping my frequent heartburn away, that was a full-time job. I had to chew up to 10 antacids a day to manage it. Then I tried Prilosec OTC. Just 1 pill a day blocks my frequent heartburn for a full 24 hours, giving me one-and-done heartburn relief. Thanks to Prilosec OTC, now my heartburn's on vacation too.
Prilosec OTC. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
The following message is brought to you by Kardia, makers of the world's leading personal EKG devices.
We pulled people off the street and asked them about their heart. How's your heart?
Good.
You sure?
I think so.
How do you know? It doesn't come with a manual and you're like, oh, I got the 20,000-day checkup, right?
With Kardia Mobile, you can take a medical-grade EKG in just 30 seconds from anywhere. Kardia Mobile is a small device about the size of a stick of gum. Simply put your fingers on the electrodes, and your EKG is recorded right onto your phone. Kardia Mobile is proven to detect atrial fibrillation, one of the leading causes of stroke.
How much do you think this costs?
Probably in the hundreds.
$79.
Oh, wow.
That could be cheaper than a tank of gas.
Checking your heart anytime, anywhere has never been easier. Don't wait. Get Kardia Mobile today for yourself or for a loved one. It's just $79 at Kardia.com. That's Kardia.com. And when you order now, you'll get 10% off Kardia Mobile. Just enter 10 off Kardia at checkout. Also available on Amazon.
Planning a DIY fence project, but you're not sure where to start? Consider Fence in a Box from Fence Outlet. They offer fixed prices that include all materials to complete a fence for an average 120-foot backyard. PVC, aluminum, wood. Learn more at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration. No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree man-sized drafts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Well, hey there, friend. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it, and we want to hear from you. You can send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours and get your voice on the show. Don't be afraid. We'll be very, very nice to you unless your dispatch sucks. We do have a photo dispatch that was just sent in from Dr. Love's Cupcake, and she says, that's a lot of weed tax. And I'm looking at this receipt for some marijuana purchases, it appears. And it says Sweet Mary Jane's Brownies, the classic 100 milligrams, $15. Eureka All-in-One Galactic Jack. I don't know what some of this stuff even is. Wild Gummies, Sour Apple Sativa, $13. All these different items that were purchased. And the subtotal was $95.14. Then we get into some taxes. The City of Manitou Springs sales tax, $3.72. El Paso County sales tax, $2.12. Colorado State retail marijuana sales tax, $14.28. Manitou Springs RMJ excise tax, $9.51. And it ended up going from $95 to $125 after the taxes.
Helping the local economy.
Man, they are getting them with those taxes. And
$30. It reminds me of like Uber Eats service charges, where it's like, all right, did you want this Big Mac?
Yeah.
The total's going to be $14. And then you go to confirm, and it's like your total is now $35.
It's crazy because you look at things and you have to now factor in something else entirely. And it's not just like a sales tax thing. There's a lot of extra taxes that they add on here, bringing that money way up. But it looks like you got some fun stuff to enjoy, right? Those are going to be fun. Enjoy the Good Tide Rosin gummies, pineapple flavored. and she got the Wake and Bake discount on that. So sweet, 15% off.
Yeah, man.
Thanks. Good to hear.
Is that like if you buy your weed in the morning?
I don't know. It might be. I have no idea, but they better give you discounts with all those extra fees they're adding on in the end. There's a situation going on with teachers. I always try to back up teachers wherever I can, unless they're just completely and totally wrong and they don't deserve to be backed up. But in this case, I feel bad. How come life isn't more like Monopoly? In Monopoly, every once in a while, you pull that card out, and what's it say? Bank error in your favor, right? Bank error in your favor, and you get some monies for that. In real life, it doesn't work that way. And in the lives of these teachers, things are going to be really, really annoying because of a mistake made by the school. This was in Austin, Texas, and they said there was a miscommunication among its human capital staff.
Love that word. Such a blanket term, huh?
By the way, calling people human capital is really kind of strange and dehumanizing. It led to about 800 employees receiving up to $2,000 bonuses. And they said when they noticed this, they said, guess what, teachers? Now you got to pay us back. And all
I
these
almost cursed
teachers,
just now. The F that they do.
they
Are
have
you
to pay
kidding me?
back $2,000 in many of these cases.
For what?
Because they weren't supposed to get the bonus to begin with. But I hate that idea. Imagine one of these teachers saw that and they were like, all right, I guess I get a bonus. And they just spend it. And now it's like out of their system. And you go, I need $2,000 back. They're like, wait, what? What? And now they got
already spent on school supplies for my classroom because we don't get that.
Right, and that's a $2,000 unexpected expense. A $2,000, this is true, a $2,000 unexpected expense can bankrupt people, right? There's a lot of people who don't have enough money in the bank to cover even a $2,000 surprise expense.
Right.
Overdraft city.
You're all going to be screwed. What if your rent's due and you've got just enough for it? You're a teacher, you're kind of sliding by here, and next thing you know, they're like, about that bonus we gave you. No. Once you made the decision, once you transferred the money, once it went into my account and all the other teachers' accounts, unless it's just this massive overpayment, then it is my money now. I am taking that money, and you ain't getting it back from me.
And not their fault. I mean, they
did nothing wrong.
An accountant, the payroll.
Yeah, of course there is a
like,
human
hey,
capital
I noticed
manager.
the numbers are significantly different from the last paycheck.
Here's the actual message they sent them. I got this in front of me here. It says, Dear Austin ISD team member, we have recently discovered that due to a processing error, stipend payments, which were specifically designed as a recruitment initiative for newly hired bilingual special education math and science teachers, were inadvertently distributed to some employees who have been with the district prior to the last year.
So you're taking away from, because all teachers are wonderful and they work very hard, but I feel like there's some extra effort or perhaps just requirements when it comes to a bilingual special ed.
Yep.
Science, math teachers?
Science and math teachers who are in that category for the first year were supposed to get these. But guess what? You made the mistake. You made this. They said correction of payments. We have communicated with our payroll department and will implement a timeline for repayment. The correction will be made over the course of 4 months. Your monthly paycheck in July and the semi-monthly paychecks in August, September, and October.
It's baloney, man.
They said open communication. We understand the importance of transparent communication throughout this process. Our team will be available to answer any questions or concerns you may have. Yes, I have a concern. Don't take my money. And the chief human capital officer, terrible name. Again, I take personal responsibility for the error and seriously apologize for this mistake. We aim
and
to
take
provide,
it out of their paycheck.
Then just let them have it. The school district has the money to pay these people. The money's already been divvied out to these folks. You screwed this up. Just let them keep the money, for God's sake.
And then all tuition goes up, and now parents are struggling to keep their kids in school.
I mean, well, this is a public school, I think, isn't it? It's an Austin Independent School District, so I don't know. But either way, they said there's a whole bunch of teachers that this is going to affect, and now they owe back $2,000. I would never pay that. Man. If there was any way I could stop paying that, I definitely would try to do so. We're going to go to your dispatches. Also, something we got to dive into this at some point. We got to give it a little bit more time than we have right now. But remember the whole insane debacle over this Rudy Farias, the kid who was supposedly missing for like 7 years
in Houston.
And was it Houston?
I think so.
And he was missing, or allegedly was missing, from the time he was 17. And it was a miracle they found him. He was back. unfortunately, they found him like unconscious outside of a church on the steps. But we quickly learned that, hey, this kid was never missing. This mom was up to all sorts of stuff. And we heard all kinds of interviews, and we heard all these allegations of abuse, and we had that Coronos X or whatever the guy's name was. Quinnell X, who was listening into the interrogation and said the cops weren't being honest about what this kid actually said his mom did to him. Now, somebody interviewed the kid. So, or they say he's a kid. He's 24 now, I think. Rudy Farias, somebody interviewed him, and I have the audio, the whole interview from him and what happened to him for the past 8 years or so. So at some point, we'll sink into that and hear what he has to say.
Did you see it at all? Like,
no, I
are we
watched
going to be
it.
surprised?
I just pulled it up and I saved it over here, so we'll all kind of get surprised and watch it together. I did hear that despite all the things we've heard, he's nonverbal, he's like autistic or whatever. I heard people say he's well-spoken and he seems like he knows exactly what's going on. And he's with it. So, all right, let's go over to you. Let's see what we got. Here is, I'm not playing that one because it says this surely will be an answer for Fritz on the Street. Staying away from that. Going over to Crazy Drunk Cat Lady. Let's see what she says.
Happy Hump Day, News Junkies.
Hey.
Sean, you were talking about eating at IHOP and how you eat your pancakes plain and with your hands.
Right.
Apparently,
Totally
my
normal.
daughter eats waffle plain as well.
Good. It's smart.
I don't know where I went wrong.
Exactly.
Y'all have a good day.
What is wrong with you indulgent people? What is wrong with you that you can't let some of us eat nice and clean and just have our pancakes dry and eat them with our hands, or have our waffles in the case of your daughter and just have them the plain way that they enjoy them? There's nothing wrong with that. I used to do that as a little kid every single day. Every day I woke up and it was time to go to the bus stop. I had to get something to eat because my mom would scream at me to get breakfast, get breakfast. I would go to the refrigerator, the freezer, or whatever, and I would get the Eggos. And I would put 2 Eggos in the toaster and get them toasting while I got my backpack and all my stuff ready.
Sure.
Then I grab them on the way out in a paper towel, and I put one in each of my pockets. I had an Eggo in my left pocket.
I love the paper
Eggo in
towel,
my
but
right
then
pocket.
puts it in the filthy pocket.
Well, they were wrapped in the paper towel, but they were still getting some pocket action. I'm not going to pretend there wasn't some pocket contact going on there. And then I would go to my bus stop, and I would eat the one in my right pocket at the bus stop.
Nerd?
And then I would get bullied by the kids there for a little bit. And then on the bus ride there, I'd eat the Eggo from my left pocket. Nothing on them, no butter, no nothing,
But
just
Eggo makes
beauty.
sense. Not when you're at a place like a diner, an IHOP, and then you eat it with your hands without any maple syrup.
I don't understand how it doesn't make any sense. If that's the way that I'm enjoying it, it makes sense for me to eat it that way.
We should have asked Psychopath Lady how she eats her pancakes.
No, I'm glad we didn't because
I bet
we got
it's the
it.
same
I don't want
exact
any more
way.
tie-ins with Psycho Lady. Oh,
Having deja vu.
One more here.
Did you say that?
Let's see what we got. Actually, you know what? We might have to take a quick break here in just a moment. Well, I will work in one more since I said I would. You could send yours at thenewsjunkie.com and tell us what's going on in your world. Here's Eskimo Brother chiming in.
What up, News Junkies?
Hey.
Happy Wednesday. It's such a great day today. You guys are doing awesome. C-Lane, Sabrina, and Sean.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that you guys are great. And also, just drink a lot of alcohol today. Please and thank you.
Really? Okay. Well, that would spice things up. I don't know if we're going to get there, but we are going to get to Fritz on the Street for sure. That's coming up in just a bit on the show, plus the next episode and a whole lot more.
yeah.
An amazing steal of a deal, friends. This is something that if you're planning on flying, you're probably going to want to jump on. But there's a dark side. I'll explain. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your Wednesday is going well. Right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, pretty clear traffic flow, including east and westbound lanes of I-4, although a little bit of your usual delay, of course, approaching State Road 535. But thankfully, east and west of the 408 is also clear, north and south of the Turnpike as well, and the Greenway too. So overall, a pretty smooth ride, but remember, while out behind the wheel, if you see any issues, dial our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number. That's 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Open House Home Insurance. Getting your home insured in Florida can be a real nightmare, but with Open House Home Insurance, you can get a free quote online and see the hundreds you could be saving in less time than it took to listen to this ad. Start your savings and get details at openhouseinsurance.com. This advertisement does not constitute a binding offer or guarantee of coverage.
The process of shopping for a mortgage can be confusing and complicated and frustrating, so much so that you don't want to do it at all, but none of that happens when you're working with That Mortgage Guy Don. That Mortgage Guy Don from thatmortgageguyDon.com. Of course, the host of the Home Loans Radio Show. He is here for you, and he is a mortgage broker. And mortgage brokers are better because they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like That Mortgage Guy Don. And he is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. You see, you get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, but you also get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with That Mortgage Guy Don. If you want to see a difference, go to the website right now, thatmortgageguyDon.com. Apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
You can always count on a classic. It's timeless and tastefully legendary. That's the truth behind the Troppy Chop. Often imitated, too delicious to be duplicated. The sauce just won't taste the same. But to really stand out, you gotta stay fresh and move to the beat of your own bowl. The Troppy Chop, only at Pollo Tropical. A classic that never goes out of style.
In this week's Marketers Report, Patrizio Spagnoletto, Global Chief Marketing Officer Direct-to-Consumer for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on building trust.
Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy, and we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on-air talent.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
GiveMeTheVin.com now has 40 offices around the U.S. 40. We did $2 billion in buys last year, $2 billion with a B, because we pay the most, we're easy to deal with, and we take care of you, the customer. That's why we have 4 stars, the highest rankings of any car buyer. GiveMeTheVin.com dominates. Why? Because we take care of our customers. They don't call me America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Speak to the experts at Fence Outlet about their fence in a box with prepackaged material for 4 popular styles, including posts, caps, hardware, and cement. Your fence project has never been easier. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252.
Every day you breathe in thousands of tiny little germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Doug, a verified Navage user who writes, I had difficulty for years breathing through my nose. After using Navage, my whole breathing has changed. My sinuses don't hurt, and no more stuffy nose. It's an amazing product. Unquote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next, and here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years, and right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms: irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Dispatches are just minutes away, plus a deal that's probably too good to be true, and it's going to make things really, really insane, I think, when this goes through. We'll get to that in just a moment. You ever tried to make really awkward eye contact with somebody in public?
Yeah,
just try to like get them to land on your eyes just for a second, and then when you're staring at each other, you know it's going to be really weird.
I've had it happen on accident, but and I don't think I've ever like purposely set out to be like, I'm going to be a creepo today.
No, I was trying to do this the other day.
Why?
So we were at 7-Eleven, and I pulled into 7-Eleven, and Courtney's like, I'll run inside and get the White Claw, because we're going to get some White Claw, obviously. And so I'm sitting in the car, and I look over, and this dude pulls up next to me in a truck. And when she gets out of the car, he watches Courtney all the way from the car, all the way walking over to the door, all the way.
You're not trying to be awkward.
I'm trying to make it awkward for him to be like, hey, man, what are you
trying
doing?
to be alpha.
Get your eyes off my lady.
This is more alpha than awkward.
I'm trying to connect with this guy's eyes so he could see, hey, she just got out of a car, and the guy's in the car with her.
There's nothing more relatable to the women listening right now than knowing, when you're getting that stare.
He was so weird about it, too.
And I have tried my best to, because you'll get one of those, oh, you're staring at me. And then when you go back and you're still locked in, I've done I will look, and then I'll look behind me like, oh, you must be staring at somebody else. And then I'll just wait until they, what's the point? Then you can kind of do a weird face and make it even more uncomfortable.
If you make direct eye contact in that moment, there's a weird thing that happens to the universe.
Like, why are you staring like that? Why are you doing that?
He was like leaning over his steering wheel, like looking to watch her walk into the store. And then when she gets back, I'm like, that guy watched you all the way from over here in the parking lot, all the way into the store. He watched you walk in, and she's like, still got it. And I was like, well, I'm glad he took it well. The guy, I wanted so bad. I was like staring at him. I'm like, oh, when he gets done watching her, he's going to click back like a sprinkler, and he's going to go back over here, and he's going to stare at me, and then bam, I got him. Nothing.
Maybe he could feel you.
He might be able. He was like, he was like, oh, I stayed too long. I was looking far too long about this.
No, see, I don't know. I don't think what you're doing was as awkward as, because you're just trying to catch the guy.
Yeah, I wanted to know I saw him.
Yeah, make him feel bad about it or feel a certain way about it. When it's awkward, it's because it's like happening by accident. Like I was sitting at a bar the other day, and I kept meeting eyes with somebody, and I was like,
it feels a little flirty.
Like, I don't know if they're staring at me.
Or are they thinking the same thing about you?
But they just think that I'm doing that. I was playing a card game, so I definitely wasn't staring at anybody. But I was like, I don't know, I keep looking up and meeting, and I'm like, I don't even know this person.
It could be so awkward. Courtney does this thing in public, too, where she'll be like, oh, my God, did you see that girl over there? Did you see this person? Did you see that person? And especially, so Courtney forgets sometimes that there are different sets of rules for men and women in public. So Courtney will be like, did you see that little girl over there? Oh, you got to look at her. You got to see that little girl. I go, Courtney, if you're looking at a little girl in public, that's one thing. If I'm looking at a little girl in public, that's another thing. One of them
Yeah.
puts you on a list. If the parents look over and they're like, why is that guy creepily staring?
Just don't. I mean, you can glance at a little girl.
I don't even
Courtney's
look.
trying to point something out to
I
you.
told her to draw it for me or something. I'm not looking. I'm not putting myself in that situation at all.
You're like, all right, fine, Courtney, take a picture of the little girl.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not doing that. Good God. I've seen so many call-outs, though, and I kind of like this in public for when there's a guy. I saw one the other day it was at a restaurant, and this woman is in line, and she's got like a short skirt on, and the guy has his phone out, right? And he's kind of trying to be slick with the phone, but you could tell that he's taking a picture of this girl's ass from behind. And another woman who saw him doing it walks up and she's like, "What are you doing?" And like scares the guy. And to watch a man go through so many excuses of what he was just doing, oh, actually I was doing this. Oh, no, I'm just trying to do this. 800 things at a time. Awkward.
Would you be impressed if you just went taking a picture of this girl's ass?
She had a sweet ass. I thought I'd get a
Creeper,
photo.
pickpocket.
And it was like, right, there was tons of people around. I'm like, wow, that is weird moves, man. All right. Meanwhile, this is an opportunity for you to save a whole lot of money if you're somebody who flies quite a bit. On the other hand, there's a dark side to this deal. They say, do you have some flexible travel time in 2023 and early 2024? Well, Frontier Airlines is here to help. The Go Wild Fall and Winter Pass. Frontier Airlines, bad name for anything that you put out there. No, nothing should be called Go Wild for Spirit or Frontier. They call it the Go Wild Fall and Winter Pass. It's currently on limited sale for $299. With it, you can book an unlimited number of flights on Frontier's domestic and international routes for $299, mind you. Pass holders can confirm bookings the day before domestic flight departures and starting 10 days before international flight departures. There's another one. It's usually $999 per year, this pass, but it's $299 on this sale that they have going on if you fly a bunch.
But it's not for a whole year, though.
Yeah, I guess it's just for fall and winter. Well, it says 2023 and into 2024. Oh, September 2nd, 2023 to February 29th, because it's a leap year, 2024, you'll be able to get this thing and fly all over the U.S. or internationally for the $299 discounted price on Frontier Airlines. Now, that sounds good. There's obviously going to be some hoops that you have to jump through, but we already have a problem with weirdos on Frontier Airlines, on Spirit Airlines, on the discount airlines.
That guy is not real.
Now you're going to have drunk people everywhere. And I don't know why this isn't being addressed on a wider scale. And trust me, it's not in my best interest that it gets addressed. Yesterday, once again, did you guys see the video of the woman at the airport bar who just absolutely melted down?
Unfortunately, that does not narrow it down.
There's
for the
enough
last
of them.
couple months.
Yeah. And in this case, this woman is
Was
like,
she one drinking a water? She's like, I'm drinking a water.
No.
You can't even tell me.
She had 4 cops around her because she kept refusing. And one of the cops was trying to get her, and she goes,
On the ground?
"Tell me I'm sexy. Tell me I'm sexy." And the cops are like, "What?" And she's like, "Tell me I'm sexy. I'm beautiful." And she was freaking out and being, crazy.
Uh-huh.
And they hauled her out of there. And everybody goes, "Why are all these women having breakdowns at the airport?" And I go, this isn't necessarily mental breakdowns that you're seeing. Sometimes it might be. What you're seeing is people who go get hammered at the airport. And there's a percentage of people, let's say you have 10 people in a room. I would guess that maybe one of them would fall under this category. And these are sometimes people that we just call alcoholics, because when they drink, they lose all control. They lose all control. They drink too much and they're not the person that they actually are. And they have outbursts and they do things in public like this. And these people, often stressed about a flight that is ahead of them, sit at the bar, drink, and then all of a sudden it hits them and they have this freak out moment and everybody videotapes
Didn't even
them.
get on the plane.
No, didn't make it on the plane this time. Just begging for somebody to say she was hot, though. Get that ticket, $299. And that seems like a pretty good deal if you're flying around.
I'm looking at where internationally they fly. and Jamaica, Montego Bay. We've been there. Nassau is in there. Cancun, Belize.
Really?
San Salvador, Costa Rica, San Jose. What's this one?
Frontier doesn't
Guadalajara.
stop with these deals, man.
That's so cheap.
Aren't they the ones like $500? You can fly wherever you want, and then someone read the fine print, and it's like, can you? Can you really,
They
though?
put some restrictions in place. They always do. But now we're going to have a bunch of people buy $299 tickets and just book everything. And we're going to have more of these hellions on these aircrafts. And that is a scary part. That's a scary part.
What if you get a deal on like the adding your baggage or something?
I hope so. But
'Cause I have a lot of it.
you have to maybe just bring one bag along with you and do it as cheap as you can. You can bring one carry-on, right? When you go on the Frontier thing?
You like a backpack or a laptop.
That's all you
bag
can
or
bring with
something.
you? God, man, they try to nickel and dime the actual money out of you.
Delta all day, baby.
All right, we're going to go over to your dispatches in just a moment, but I wanted to tell you the writer's strike continues, right? That's been going on for a while now.
2 months?
It's been going on for a couple of months, yep. And now there's just like a couple of days, I think, before the actors go on strike. The SAG-AFTRA strike could kick off.
Reality TV, this is your summer.
And they're talking about how the movie executives are trying to bleed them out here. On Deadline, they said, regardless of whether SAG-AFTRA goes on strike this week, the studios have no intention of sitting down with the Writers Guild for several more months. I think we're in for a long strike. I think they're going to let it bleed out, they said. And one of the things that they said was it's been agreed to for months, and even before the WGA went out, we were going to do it this way. They said the end game is to allow things to drag on until union members start losing their apartments and losing their houses.
Oh, so it's a mind game.
They said it could be a cruel but necessary evil, and they don't want to budge on this stuff. So let me tell you this, friend. If we have the writers on strike and no new productions are going underway because they're not being written, and we have to wait until they write them afterwards before they can get those going, and we have the actors striking at the same time, you better get your ass ready for reality TV in a tsunami of reality shows. Dumb ones that you'll never watch again. You thought the one where they pretended to be on Mars was weird? That ain't nothing. There'll be celebrity cops, celebrity dolphin trainers. There'll be celebrity everything you could think of. All the reality shows on planet Earth are going to come at you. That's what happened last time, and that is going to happen again if this continues to go on, and it looks like it will. All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
I'll tell ya. What's coming up on the next episode? Imagine paying 5 figures for a guitar pick, and no one believes you because it looks like a 0.5-figure guitar pick. A mosquito, Sean's libido. The FBI has a new plan to help fight terrorism and organized crime, and you guys, this is maybe not likely gonna work.
Uh-oh.
Plus, Britney goes from Hit Me Baby to Don't Hit Me Baby to memoir going to hit the shelves, baby. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everybody, good Wednesday to you. Jamie King now, Fox 35 Storm Center. Just want to freshen up the forecast details as we approach midday here in Central Florida. So highs today make a move to about 94. Rain chance after 2 p.m. at about 50%. Scattered showers and storms on top. Looks like a heat index as high as 107 today, so the heat is on. 76 tonight. Evening shower and storm chance at 30%. Quiet, partly cloudy late. Thursday, 94. Rain chance 60% for the p.m. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. You take care.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If your business is feeling a summer hiring wave, then you need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Find high-quality healthcare in Florida at healthfinder.fl.gov. Effortlessly explore facilities based on quality measures like infection rates, surgical complications, and readmissions. Compare safety records for medical facilities like hospitals, nursing homes, and outpatient surgery centers with ease. Elevate your healthcare decisions with the transparency tool at healthfinder.fl.gov. Choose wisely. Live healthy. Paid for by the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
We must all do our part to reduce the risk and impact of wildfire in Florida. Pick up yard debris, create defensible space around your home, and prepare an emergency kit. Preparing for a hurricane is similar to preparing for wildfires. Being wildfire ready is being hurricane ready. Hurricane debris puts us at greater risk for wildfire. It's not about if a wildfire will ignite, but when. Learn how you can be ready for wildfires at BeWildfireReadyFL.com. A message brought to you by the Florida Forest Service.
O'Reilly. Refresh your ride at O'Reilly Auto Parts with the new Art of Car Care line from Turtle Wax and LA street artist Mr. Cartoon. Whether it's a detailer to give your paint that extra shine or wheel and tire products to keep them spinning in style. Plus, get 2 times O Rewards points. Get Turtle Wax and Mr. Cartoon's The Art of Car Care exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Want to make your summer more exciting? Right now, sign up for a ViStar Rewards credit card and get up to 3 points for each dollar spent. Plus, check out the exciting new limited time offer where you could win big. Visit ViStarCU.org/summer to learn more.
Packing for your summer road trip? Leave the travel guide at home and bring the Autio app along for the ride. Autio brings any drive to life with fascinating stories about the places you go, all narrated by expert storytellers. Browse through Autio's more than 10,000 fascinating location-based tales to inspire your travel itinerary and discover unique destinations along the way. Wherever summer takes you, make your next drive an adventure with Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at AUTIO.com.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Get Ready for College sale. Oh, my. Are you okay? My baby boy is going off to college. And move-in day is almost here. Well, right now through July 25th, you can save on everything they need for the semester, like smart storage solutions to stylish decor and more. Did you say savings? Yep. Come in store or go to IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college to shop back-to-college offers through July 25th. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store on IKEA-USA.com for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
The following message is brought to you by Kardia, makers of the world's leading personal EKG devices.
We pulled people off the street and asked them about their heart. How's your heart?
Good.
You sure?
I think so.
How do you know? It doesn't come with a manual and you're like, oh, I get the 20,000-day checkup, right?
With Kardia Mobile, you can take a medical-grade EKG in just 30 seconds from anywhere. Kardia Mobile is a small device about the size of a stick of gum. Simply put your fingers on the electrodes, and your EKG is recorded right onto your phone. Kardia Mobile is proven to detect atrial fibrillation, one of the leading causes of stroke.
How much do you think this costs?
Probably in the hundreds.
$79.
Oh, wow.
That could be cheaper than a tank of gas.
Checking your heart anytime, anywhere has never been easier. Don't wait. Get Cardia Mobile today for yourself or for a loved one. It's just $79 at Cardia.com. That's Kardia.com. And when you order now, you'll get 10% off Cardia Mobile. Just enter 10 off Cardia at checkout. Also available on Amazon.
Check out our new threads at Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
The next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Our friend Fritz joins us. Hey, Fritz.
Hola, mi amigo.
We do have Fritz on the street momentarily here on the show, so everybody jump on board. You should watch. Go over to YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie to do so. If you've never peered into the studio, maybe today's the day you watch that way. Check it out. The links for that, for YouTube and everything else, up at thenewsjunkie.com if you need something to click to get over there. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Camp counselor is still inside me.
Right.
Okay.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
I used to be.
It wasn't me today.
I thought for sure it was going to be you. I used to be a camp counselor in the spirit of that good camp counseling. Since I.
All right.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com and the host of the Home Loans Radio Show. You can tune in every weekend, get your questions answered live on the air, or start the process today of refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, so much more. Go to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. It was 24 years ago, 1999. This guy right here.
It's just one of those.
Fred Durst. Yeah, Fred Durst.
All day.
Limp Bizkit.
That is right. 2 points, split it. He was arrested.
I almost said Limp Wiener.
Not the same guy, different person.
He's still around?
Yeah, he's
What's
out
up with
there.
him?
Yeah, he's on a dispatch
What's
not
up,
too
buddy?
long ago.
Well, Limp Bizkit lead singer Fred Durst was arrested 24 years ago in St. Paul, Minnesota, for allegedly kicking a local security guard in the head during the band's performance. Ooh. Just one of them days, am I right?
Hey, it happens to the best and worst of us.
Oh, that would hurt to get kicked in the head. Am I right? You guys?
Yeah, it would. Indeed would.
This is a kick in the
I mean,
head.
it could happen in your week, though, because of the progression of
I think
things.
I think I met my quota.
You got a dog attack kind of thing going on. You got down the stairs, you fell.
I need a bubble.
You got an accident at a strip club. You're going to have maybe one more, I think.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to help fight, I don't know, terrorism and organized crime. Are you guys in?
Yeah.
It's bad. It's done a lot of bad stuff.
Terrorism is generally bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Organized crime hasn't had good times.
Yeah, yeah.
But the FBI now...
Unorganized crime, even worse.
Yeah, it's sloppy.
The FBI is now, they got a new plan, and they're asking the public to help them out by reporting federal crimes.
Be a narc.
Yep, and they want a particular group of people to help fight terrorism and organized crime. That group, the fans of this gal.
Oh,
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor
Swifties.
Swifties. That's what they are.
Fighting crime and terrorism. It's a graphic that I guess they tweeted out, a pink background, and the words, "Speak now."
Now, how are Swifties going to do this? They just be vigilant, I guess?
Sure.
Keep your eyes open and you see some terrorists?
Do you have a tip about a federal crime? Speak now. And then to the tune of Swiftie-like infographic.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do it, though, unless Taylor Swift tells them to do it, right?
Yeah, they usually wait for her orders.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are several crimes numbered as if they're songs in an album. There are 9 of them, including terrorism, weapons of mass destruction. If you see it, say something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a whole weapon of mass destruction.
If you see a WMD, just say something. Let people know.
After each crime, it says FBI's version, because Taylor just came out with Taylor's version.
My God.
In parentheses.
You know what? Why does the FBI want to go viral? Because that's what this is. Like, why is the FBI? Why can't some of these organizations should just like stay serious?
They see all the sheriff's departments on Facebook getting away with their little cutesy posts.
It's exactly what it is.
I mean, we also have the Pope on Twitter and Instagram. It's like, what is our world? They also, the caption says, "Justice is better than revenge."
Is the Pope on Threads yet?
I don't know.
I would like to see you threading.
You may not be Superman, but you can help the FBI protect the country. If you have information about a federal crime, speak now.
I would like to hear you sing.
I would like
to hear you sing.
To hear you singing.
Pope is weird, man.
And Britney Spears would like to hear the security for Victor Wembanyama.
Yep, the NBA player.
To apologize. And I believe she deserves it.
What happened here that she needs an apology for?
She got slapped in the face?
Yeah, but didn't she have a
She hit herself. You said that yesterday.
No,
she
they
goblin
said
ran
she
up
hit
behind that
herself.
guy.
Vegas said she hit herself.
The video said she hit herself.
She is demanding.
Well, hold
use
on.
of physical force.
Hold on. Just to be clear about this, she didn't hit herself as in she just walloped herself in the face, but it was
a
her
ricochet
hand that hit her face because the security guard pushed her backwards or whatever.
Backhanded. She's demanding he issue a public apology. She opened up about the situation in a video posted to her Instagram. She says that she heard a local radio host,
Not us this time.
say that she deserved to be hit in the face for touching Wendy.
Okay.
Hot take.
I know.
I wonder what else that guy does.
I know who that was. I know exactly who she's talking about. She's
And
talking
this
about
is-
the Breakfast Club.
Oh, Charlemagne?
Yeah, because they talked about this, and I think he was right in his take. He was like, "You ran up behind a guy, and they didn't know who you were or what was going on. His security did what security does. They push a threat back, and the rest is history."
Charlemagne's pretty right on when he says stuff.
I thought it was about this.
Sure about that? She called out the station for the opinion, explaining in all her years of touring and being in public around rowdy fans, her security team has never taken things that far, which I feel like is a decent point.
Mm-hmm.
We have never seen headlines about Britney Spears' security team slaps a random person.
I would argue Britney Spears needs more security.
Or she needs
more people.
More books on the shelf. Has also announced the tell-all memoir, The Woman in Me.
Courtney
Like the
said
camp
yesterday,
counselor.
Courtney goes, "Do you think she actually wrote it?" And I go, "No shot.
No.
No shot." Britney Spears sitting down at her laptop.
I want to read it.
3
Hey,
pages
guys.
a day makes a book.
Can you imagine
Emojis everywhere.
Can you imagine being the editor and or ghostwriter that just gets Britney Spears' thoughts on a page, that like
are doing-
stream of consciousness, and has to edit that into a book?
You guys don't like Britney Spears, huh?
Britney Spears is crazy.
Just because we criticize somebody doesn't mean we don't like them.
It just hasn't stopped.
I think that Britney Spears is out of her mind, and she probably needs some help. But I, too, am interested in what's in this book.
I already have a book club forming, and you better believe that as soon as Courtney gets back from her run, that I will extend the invitation.
Okay.
Now, a 13-year conservatorship. That's what she'll be discussing. The book is out October 24th. In November 2021, an LA County judge ruled to terminate the conservatorship, and she was like, I'm going to get this book started. So the memoir, I guess, follows the book, The Things I Should Have Said, from Spears' younger sister, Jamie Lynn, and her own experiences during the conservatorship. So,
Are they friendly anymore? Because I
don't
know
know
she
if they
started
made
hanging out
up.
with her mom again. She made up with her mom.
Good.
And those two were
what
hanging
about
out.
Pops? He still has the warehouse of all her stuff that he
I
sells.
remember him being weird. I don't know
Very.
too much about what he did, but I just remember him being kind of strange.
Drama continues for Kevin Costner and his estranged wife, Christine Baumgardner. They will now have to bite the bullet and survive. This is pretty harsh, you guys.
I wonder if she's related to Brian Baumgardner. That would be fantastic.
From The Office?
Yeah,
I think
Cousins or something?
We've
tried to
gone
chase that
down this
down.
road before and haven't been able to find anything that links the two of them.
Well, they settled on the support that she is to receive every single month. Originally, she had demanded $248,000 a month, more than twice the original $51,000 that he had offered.
$240,000 a month?
A month.
That is
48,
a
yeah.
lot of money.
But she is now getting a mere, this is tough to read, $129,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. But then again, he's mega rich, right? How long were they together?
For a very long time.
Okay, then I'm fine.
I think it was 2015 that it was the documents to
Yeah.
talk about should they ever separate. So include all the years prior to
if
that.
you don't have a prenup with somebody and that person is
Always
married to you
have a prenup.
for a very long time, then she's going to be entitled to some of this money. That's the way it goes. What I don't like is when there's somebody who's like in a relationship for a year and it seems like maybe
I deserve
it's
this.
a little more predatory. But this doesn't seem like that. They're mega rich. He's got a bunch of money and they have a bunch of money. She's going to get some of it.
This is just child support, though.
That's what this is. Only like just the line for child support. All right.
And they have 7 kids, so it's 18
Damn,
grand a kid.
God.
If you were
Why
getting
you having
paid for a
7
kid,
kids,
woo,
man?
he might get taken to the cleaners then.
Well, that's why he's trying to get these Yellowstone movies out. Remember, he funded like 3 of them out of
Did
his
he?
own pocket. Kevin is also going to pay Christine $300,000 for attorney's fees and forensic costs. They'll split the kids' healthcare expenses, extracurricular activities, and private school tuition. Fitty. Maybe we'll see Christine on OnlyFans because it seems to be doing well for this gal.
That is
It rhymes with Marmon Maletra.
Carmen Electra.
That is correct. She joined OnlyFans 1 year ago and has revealed, in the chance not to only reconnect with fans, but indulge in a bit of a resurgence for her career. At 51 years old, she has also revealed that one of her most requested photos from her millions of fans is what?
Oh,
Feet.
Yeah, it might be
Feet
feet.
is right,
Yeah, it's a
baby.
good guess too.
It's funny to me because I get a lot of requests for my feet, and it cracks me up.
Can I tell you, she did a photo not that long ago with Jenny McCarthy. And when I was growing up, those two were everything. I had a poster of Jenny McCarthy on the back of my door. And
Singled out.
They
So
were,
sticky.
singled out. They were everywhere. Carmen Electra and Jenny McCarthy. And you know what? They still both look great. They still both look fantastic.
They can get it. I don't know how old it was, but Tara Reid and I'll pull it for tomorrow. Tara Reid and Jenny McCarthy had brilliantly awkward send off on her podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Tara, she kept asking Tara Reid about cosmetic procedures, and Tara was like, "You know what? I've already answered this 12 times, so I hope you have good luck with your podcast."
Ooh.
And she was like, "Good luck finding another husband," and then is like, "Good luck," and very sarcastic, and I was just on the edge of my seat, popcorn.
Passive aggressive?
Yes. Now, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, the world is wondering why Hugh was chosen to play an Oompa Loompa.
I think it's fantastic.
Can you pull up a picture, please? So
Yeah, let me get this.
Those
Hang
watching
on.
on the stream, maybe on See It Now, we can throw it on there. But director Paul King, he's calling it a companion piece to the 1971 classic Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, starring Gene Wilder. But the best part of the trailer, C-Lane's favorite to be exact, is Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Now, does he play in the Johnny Depp one? It was the same Oompa Loompa, and they just CGI'd that Oompa Loompa everywhere. Is it the same with Hugh
it
Grant?
was one guy.
It all has Hugh Grant's face.
Okay, here he is. I'm trying to get a good picture, but you can't tell the size of him, but you can see Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa here. I like it.
Hate it so much. Now, King had cast him for that role for a very specific reason. He said, "I was really just thinking about that character, somebody who could be a real poop because he's the funniest, most sarcastic poop I've ever met." And instead of poop, he said the S word.
Mhm.
He also did Paddington movies, and those are supposed to be a huge hit.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Tom?
Those are like the highest rated movies
Yeah.
of all time,
I think
basically.
the second one is supposed to be just like an amazing movie.
So I guess we shall see Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa very, very soon. What we will not see, and I'll leave you with this, is this gal as a hologram. She does not want to do it. And do not make her, okay?
I'm begging of you, please.
Oh, Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton is right, y'all. And she did a press conference in England to promote her Rockstar album, the one that has, I think, every single rock star that has ever graced our presence in decades.
Nice.
It'll be out November 17th, and they have run out of relevant questions because they immediately said, "Hey, Dolly, when you die, will you do a hologram tour?"
She's not going to die.
No, I hope not.
Still looks great.
Now they know, the ABBA did it, and if they ever come to the Florida area, I would love to go see ABBA hologram.
Oh, God, yeah.
But Dolly is not interested. She says, "I think I've left a great body of work behind." And yes, you have, ma'am. "I've decided how much of that high-tech stuff I want to be involved with. I don't want to leave my soul here on this earth. I think with some of this stuff, I'll be grounded here forever. I'll be around. We'll find ways to keep me here. But no way will I have a hologram of me
Damn.
touring once I die. On the boob tube, we have The Speech on ESPN, the 2023 ESPYs on ABC, series premiere of Quarterback on Netflix, and episode 4 of Secret Invasion on Disney+. Follow your dreams. Send me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra, and most importantly, say it with me, America, y'all.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, Fritz on the street.
That's me.
For the record, speaking of holograms, I watched more of that Drake hologram thing. Have
Isn't
you
it
seen where
wild?
he takes the book from the hologram?
I don't understand how it works.
I don't know how he did it. I don't know the hologram
Because he physically has the book, right?
The hologram is sitting next to him. It looks like an actual person, and then the hologram holds out a book, and then Drake grabs the book, and through some sort of sleight of hand, it looks like the hologram hand. It's insane.
It's also desperate, but if anyone knows anyone with the Drake ticket, that's not $1,000.
Oh, they're expensive?
Sabrina at realradio.fm.
All right, when we come back, Fritz on the street, and we're not only going to play the greatest game in all of radio, but we're going to represent you, and you could get your hand on the Fritz magnet. This one right here, if you're watching on YouTube at twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Do we represent you or somebody else? It all comes down to if you can get our attention during this break. So let's see what you got. Fritz on the street coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your Wednesday is going well. Right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, pretty clear traffic flow, including east and westbound lanes of I-4, although a little bit of your usual delay, of course, approaching State Road 535. But thankfully, east and west of the 408 is also clear, north and south of the Turnpike as well, and the Greenway too. So overall, a pretty smooth ride, but remember, while out behind the wheel, if you see any issues, dial our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number. That's 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Big deals on better sleep are here early. It's Black Friday now at Mattress Firm. Save up to $600 and score a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. See a Mattress Firm sleep expert today to find your perfect bed and get 120 nights to make sure it's right.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
You probably already know that Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. But now we have a chance for you to earn $5,000. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you the keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. However, if you listen to Real Radio on our free iHeartRadio app, you can earn $5,000. Always remember, if you get the call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Fence Outlet has the largest assortment of vinyl, wood, aluminum, chain link, and steel fences in Florida. That means we have the styles you want at the guaranteed lowest price. Right now, put no money down and get 0% financing on any fence. Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
If you're a pro painter, do you know how much you're paying per gallon for paint? Paint stores try to convince you that you're getting a good deal with deep discounts. But what they don't tell you is their starting price is too high to begin with. If you buy paint from the Home Depot, you're getting the lowest price per gallon on Behr paint, guaranteed. We offer everyday low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paints, stains, and primers. Plus, pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
Wells Fargo gives you access to direct deposit funds up to 2 days early.
Plus, if you look at the X and Y axes...
What if everything came 2 days early?
Well,
Like the weekend.
That was a pleasant surprise.
You can't get everything early, but when it comes to direct deposits, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/get-early to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Not all direct deposits are eligible. Early availability is not guaranteed and may vary between deposits from the same payer. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Season 2 of the Alphabet Boys podcast takes you inside the secret investigations that federal agents never thought would see the light of day and asks this disturbing question: are America's top cops catching criminals or creating them?
So you do personal security all over the world. You're connected to all these different people, and you had somebody call you and say, can you get grenades and guns for this guy in Colombia?
Listen to Alphabet Boys Season 2 on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate. To help you relieve stress and start having fun again. It's time to let freedom ride and break free from your old ride and declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down, fed up, or just plain tired? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 23 Outlander for just $7 down. All RC Hill Mitsubishis include a lifetime limited warranty. Even if you've heard no in the past, America is a land of opportunity. And I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$7 down requires state approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Example, stock number N12350. $7 down, $3.99 per month for 84 months, 3.9 APR.
Attention business owners. Was your company impacted during COVID? If you had W-2 employees during 2020 and 2021, you may be entitled for up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit Program. This is not alone. The IRS paid back billions already. We've helped thousands of businesses just like yours. So let us help you. At ERC Business Solutions, we make it simple. We do it all for you, so you won't have to worry about the complex application process. There's absolutely no risk. If you don't get paid, we don't get paid. Most businesses do qualify, even those with no decline in revenues or those that already got PPP. Discover how much you can claim. There's no cost or obligation. Call now, 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Get up to $26,000 per employee. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game and a tie, the type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Now open in Daytona.
No payments, no interest, and a lifetime warranty. Click OrlandoNissan.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. B-O-N-U-S. Bonus. That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Fritz on the street, the greatest game in all of radio in just a moment. By now, you know how this works, I'm sure, unless you're new to the show. If so, hey, thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to have some fun here with Fritz on the street. But what we do is we don't only compete against each other in Fritz on the street, we also represent one of you. And if we win, you win. And it's the only way you can get your hands on the Fritz magnet right here. Beautiful, beautiful magnet for Game of Magnets. And if you want to get this, you got to get our attention. So I have chosen eFresh rocks over on Twitch. That is who I will represent here in Fritz on the Street. How about you, Sabrina?
Love that mag. I'm going to go with Dr. Loves Cupcake.
All right,
Reached
Dr.
out via Instagram.
Loves Cupcake and could use the victory after all those weed taxes? Or was that somebody else? Was that Dr. Loves Cupcake?
I think it might have been her.
I don't want to put that on her if it wasn't. Dr. Loves Cupcake.
I know she moved away, I think, so she might actually be in a place where there's a lot of
I'll
weed
confirm.
available.
Here, hang on. Let me confirm. Yep, it was her. Okay, all right, C-Lane, who are you representing?
I'm representing Lazy Susan on Discord.
All right, Lazy Susan.
I love your work.
On Discord, and that gets us all set up and ready to go. Now, the final and most important question that anybody could possibly ask in this situation. Fritz, are you ready to go?
Only one way to find out. Yes.
All right, here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Now I'm ready. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Sean. Hello, C-Lane.
I knew you had it in you, Fritz.
Fritz on the Street is sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go. Just call Mo. 866 call Mo. That number 866 call Mo. In first place with 236 points, Dr. Christopher Lane.
Thank you.
He's a doctor now.
He's a doctor now. Second place with 218 points, Sean Wasson.
All right.
And in third place with 200 points, Miss Sabrina Ambra.
Nurse practitioner.
So 236, 218, and 200. We have 8 questions
Big
for
spread between me and C-Lane.
Yeah, well, me and him too.
Yep. We have 8 questions, 4 current event questions, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know, chime in for an opportunity to get that bonus point.
Pre-chime.
Yeah.
Where did you ask these questions?
I asked them at Kavos Bar and Kitchen last night for Fritz's Funhouse Trivia.
Nice.
Nominated for Best Trivia Night in the Orlando Weekly.
There you go.
Vote for him.
If you're so inclined, please vote. We had 9 teams and I think 9 participants.
Nice.
Of course.
How
only 8
hammered were they?
Moderately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Factor that in.
For sure.
So if you think you know, chime in for that bonus point. Question 1. And away we go. On Monday, 6 people were killed in a knife attack at a kindergarten in which Asian country?
Sabrina. Taiwan.
Taiwan is incorrect.
All right.
C-Lane.
C-Lane?
India.
India is incorrect.
Sean. China.
China's correct.
But not good. About
No.
the thing with the kids. Not the part.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said China?
Man, that's a little further off the radar.
China.
I'm going to say 2.
2 for Sean.
4.
4 for Sabrina.
Now they want me to shoot the middle, don't they? 3.
Go number 3.
And
yeah.
3 for C-Lane. Question number 1 with answers of 2, 3, and 4.
Ding, 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 ding.
Come on.
I was getting it. On Monday, 6 people were killed in a knife attack at a kindergarten in which Asian country?
Thailand.
Japan.
China.
Is it China?
I don't know. China. Let's just go with that.
Malaysia.
Bangladesh.
Come on.
I have no idea.
Come on.
That would be 2. So
Oh,
Sean,
that was 3.
I thought it was 3.
was that 3?
You want to play it again?
Yeah, let's play.
Let's go back to the tape.
Let's go back. On Monday, 6 people were killed in a knife attack at a kindergarten in which Asian country?
Thailand.
Japan.
China.
Is it China?
2.
I don't know. China. Let's just go with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
3.
Malaysia.
Bangladesh.
China.
All right,
Oh,
so
it's
we know
4
3.
actually.
So, so that means C-Lane picked up 2 points, and Sabrina and Sean, with your guesses of 2 and 4, each picking up 1 point. We move on to question number 2.
Okay, see what's happening here.
Question number 2. In what U.S. state are submarine sandwiches traditionally
Sabrina.
called? Sabrina?
You missed the most important part.
It would be. I bet he was gonna say. He was gonna say. hoagies. I bet, or Michigan.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
I'd like to hear the whole question.
Okay, all right.
In what U.S. state are submarine sandwiches traditionally called po' boys?
Oh, Sean.
Sean.
Louisiana.
Louisiana is correct. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Louisiana?
6.
6.
7.
7 for C-Lane.
8.
And 8 for Sabrina. Question 2 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows it? In what U.S. state are submarine sandwiches traditionally called po' boys?
Louisiana.
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 Oh, Louisiana.
Rhode Island.
No!
State, Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana.
Louisiana.
That's 7.
Damn.
That means C-Lane's picking up 2 points.
Please,
Sean,
can you cover your book there?
cover my book.
Yeah. C-Lane's periffs are
Oh
out of
my
control.
gosh!
They're right there.
See,
Remember when we corrected him? He's like, I wrote down 3. I'm like, now it all makes sense.
C-Lane is picking up 2 points. Sean and Sabrina with a guess of 6 and 8, each picking up 1 point. We move on to question number 3. Trace in Espanol. Last week, which illegal substance was found in the White House? Sean.
Cocaine.
Cocaina is correct. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said cocaine?
8.
8.
7.
7 for Sabrina and 8 for C-Lane?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Question 3 with answers of 7 and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, who knows their drugs? Last week, which illegal substance was found in the White House?
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. Cocaine. Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Rhode Island.
Cocaina.
The white girl.
Yep, that's 8. So Sean and C-Lane picking up 2 points. Sabrina with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point. Right? 2 each for Sean and C-Lane, 1 for Sabrina. We move on to question 4. That's the halfway point, and Fritz on the street. After question 4, I'll tell you who is winning so far on the day. Question 4 goes like this. The zodiac sign Cancer refers to what animal?
Sabrina.
Sabrina?
The scorpion.
Is incorrect.
Sean. Crab?
Crab is correct. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said crab?
6.
6.
2.
2 for C-Lane.
Whoa. I will go with 5.
And 5 for Sabrina. Question 4 with answers of 2, 5, and 6.
Ding, 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 ding.
Perfect through 4. The zodiac sign Cancer refers to what animal?
No clue.
Crab?
Crab.
A crab.
Damn it.
Oh, crab.
A crab.
Crab?
My wife.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That's 6. So a 3-pointer for Sean, and Sabrina with a guess of 5, picking up 1 point. That means halfway through Fritz on the street in first place with 10 points. Sean Lawson / E Fresh Rocks in second place with 6 points. Christopher Lane / Lazy Susan. And in third place with 4 points, Sabrina Ambra / Dr. Love's Cupcake.
I mean, I'm going downhill fast every single
You got the rest of this. The second half
Don't
is so
even
important.
bother.
You got this.
I mean, we still
Start
need you to
cheating.
play. Yeah, we still need you. Question 5 for remaining. Question 5, due to heavy rains and flash floods. Sabrina.
Vermont.
Vermont is correct.
Thank God.
Yeah, you guys said that fast.
Yeah. Due to heavy rains and flash floods, President Biden declared a state of emergency for which Northeast state? Sabrina, Vermont is correct. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Vermont?
Ooh, how many of them listen to the show? Think about
I think
Sean.
all of them.
I will go with 6.
6.
5.
5 for Sean.
4.
And 4 for C-Lane. Question 5 with answers of 4, 5, and 6. Due to heavy rains and flash floods, President Biden declared a state of emergency for which Northeast state?
Crap, I don't know. Vermont?
Massachusetts. Rhode Island.
Vermont?
Vermont.
Was it in New York?
I don't know. New Hampshire. Maine.
That would be 3. So C-Lane, with your guess of 4, picking up 1 point. We move on to question 6. Which actor has had roles in Shaun of the Dead, Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and the Star Trek franchise?
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
I can picture it.
Yeah.
He's made quite a name for himself.
Shaun of the Dead.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Force Awakens.
Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and the Star Trek franchise.
Patrick Stewart.
That is incorrect.
Can you repeat the question?
You know I can, my man. Which actor has had roles in Shaun of the Dead, Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and the Star
Sean.
Trek franchise? Sean.
Ewan McGregor?
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Literally, I was just trying to figure out what that guy's name was. So, Shaun of the Dead, Star Trek, and Star Wars. You would find Samuel L. Jackson.
That would be Simon Pegg.
Oh, duh.
Simon Pegg. Sabrina, you got question 5 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Simon Pegg?
3.
3.
2.
2 for Sean.
3.
And 3 for C-Lane. Question 6 with answers of 2 and 3. Which actor has
Oh,
had roles
man.
in Shaun of the Dead, Star Wars: The
We were
Force
good in the first
Awakens,
half.
and the Star Trek franchise?
No clue.
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg? Is that right?
Pegg? Simon Pegg.
No, I don't know. Pass. I cannot think of his name. Sorry, I can't tell you. No idea. Not a nerd.
Simon Pegg.
Oh my God!
That's four.
Blue.
4. So Sabrina and C-Lane with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point each. We move on to question 7.
Falling apart in the back half here.
After a 17-year-old boy was killed by police, riots erupted across which European country? Sean?
France.
France is correct. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said France?
5.
5.
4.
4 for Sabrina.
5.
And 5 for C-Lane. Question
son of a
7. With answers of 4 and 5.
Ding, 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 ding.
Uh-oh.
Who's getting it? After a 17-year-old boy was killed by police, riots erupted across which European country?
France.
The Vatican. France?
France.
England?
France.
Is that in France?
I don't know.
That's 5. That means Sean is picking up a 3-pointer. C-Lane is picking up 2 points as well. And Sabrina with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point.
Cool.
We move on to question 8. That's the last one in Fritz on the Street. But before we do, let's
I feel
take a look.
Stupid.
That was a hard one.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 13 points, Sean Watson / E Fresh Rocks. In second place with 10 points, Christopher Lane / Lazy Susan. And in third place with 7 points, Sabrina Ambra / Dr. Love's Cupcake.
All right.
We now move on to question 8. What is the capital of Belgium? C-Lane.
Belgium. Belgium.
Figure this out in real time. If I say the name of the country enough.
Belgium.
Oh, Belgium City.
New Belgium. No. Damn.
Oh, that's a beer.
Yep, incorrect.
Sean, go ahead.
Sean. I don't know this one. Sorry. No answer.
Okay, that is correct, I guess.
All right. I will go Sabrina.
Sabrina?
The capital of Belgium is Hurt City.
That would be Brussels.
Oh,
I love their sprouts.
It might be Her City, though.
Sean, you got question 7 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Brussels? I always think of that Men Down Under song.
4.
4.
2.
2 for Sabrina.
3 it is.
And 3 for C-Lane. Question 8 with answers of 2, 3, and 4. What is the capital of Belgium?
Brussels? Capital of Brussels. Belfast? I don't know. I want to say Brussels, but I don't think that's it. Brussels? Brussels.
My God.
Belarus?
Brussels?
That would be 6. I think that's one of the highest that we've ever gotten. And a lot of those were guesses. So that means no points awarded on that one. Winning on the day with 13 points, Sean Wilson / E Fresh Rocks. Congratulations, E Fresh.
Yeah.
In second place with 10 points, Christopher Lane / Lazy Susan. And in third place with 7 points, Sabrina Ambra / Dr. Love's Cupcake. That means
smoke that weed.
in first place and still leading on Fritz on the Street with 246 points, Christopher Lane. In second place with 231 points, 15 points removed, Sean Wasson. And in third place with 207 points, Sabrina Ambra. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fred.
Thanks, Fritzy.
eFresh Rocks, if you'll please email me, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get you all set up with that amazing Fritz magnet designed by Fritz. It matches his guitar.
Yeah.
It's a great color blue, really pops, and I think this is a special one. So if you want to get your hands on them, they're very limited.
I had a couple beers the other night, and I was like, I swear this magnet's talking to me. Like
Yeah.
the red was like shimmying.
You sure there wasn't anything else in those beers?
Acid?
Just beers.
What are those beers chasing?
Yeah, well, there's
He
the
assures us.
None of your business.
But email me, eFresh Rocks. We'll get you all set up with that magnet for Fritz on the Street. And it's always fun to play along. You could do that with us each week here on the show. Everybody give a round of applause to Fritz, right?
Oh.
Fritz, just for being Fritz.
Thank you.
Great guy. Fantastic work, buddy.
Camera wasn't on me.
You gonna hang out? Are you going to hang out with us this week?
I would love to.
Yes. All right. Last week he abandoned us. He had important things to do.
Yeah, damn July 4th
Yeah.
weekend.
All of a sudden you got to get to actual work and it all crams down at one time. And this week, we get some Fritz time, everybody.
It's like all the meetings that had to move from Monday to Wednesday. It's like,
it happens. It happened to a lot of people last week, but we missed you the most. So if you want some more Fritz time, hang out with us. We got that when we come back. Plus, how to survive a heat wave. From what Sabrina says, it's basically information we need right now because of how it feels outside. It is miserably hot across the entire country. So how do we survive, especially if there's a blackout, because places are being warned that they may lose power in the middle of all this? Oh, the humanity. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show, the Picasso of Palatka.
I don't even know what to say to that.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your Wednesday is going well. Right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, pretty clear traffic flow, including east and westbound lanes of I-4, although a little bit of your usual delay, of course, approaching State Road 535. But thankfully, east and west of the 408 is also clear, north and south of the Turnpike as well, and the Greenway too. So overall, a pretty smooth ride, but remember, while out behind the wheel, if you see any issues, dial our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number. That's 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Weber's Seasonings. Summer is in full swing and your grill is going. Weber Seasonings is always within reach. Chicken, steak, burgers, veggies, they have a Weber seasoning for everything. Just sprinkle on top or mix in burgers and grill. Weber Seasonings, find them in the spice aisle or on Amazon.
Well, folks, you heard us talking about it. It is clearly hot outside. So when you come inside after a long day's work, you deserve to be nice and cool, and Mills Air is here to help. They've been in business since 1992. And, Leon Mills has been doing this for over 30 years, helping people just like you out. This is the place you go to that you can trust. And when you ever get somebody who is like a lawn person or somebody who can help you out with your electronics or somebody who helps you out with your pool, you really want to get somebody who you can trust. And this is the place you're looking for if that's what you're after. And you're tired of places that aren't reliable, aren't trustworthy, and want to try to rip you off. Mills Air is the best. They're also a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, which gets you access to big rebates, up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call, 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Get your tickets now
at AXS.com
for our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Having the time of your life is more rewarding than ever when you visit any MGM Rewards destination nationwide. Dine, stay, play, and earn on all of it. Details at MGMRewards.com. Subject to earning and redemption limitations applicable to certain purchases and in certain states.
After an accident, it's important to hire an attorney right away. Evidence can disappear quickly. Sure, you could wait to hire an attorney later and see how things turn out, but delays never make a case better. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Looking for more energy? Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at 7-Eleven for only $2.49. Or now 2 for $4 through August 1st. From morning wake up to afternoon pick-me-up, Amino Energy serves up 0 grams of sugar and refreshing fruit flavors. Grab one today at 7-Eleven and get more from your day. There's more of you in you with Amino Energy.
That's right. It's a real mess out there, Kate. We're seeing heavy congestion on the eastbound lanes of the main expressway with traffic backed up for miles.
What do traffic and debt have in common? You don't want to be in either for too long.
Move into the fast lane with Fairwinds Credit Union. We'll help you set goals, save more, and be your guide to achieving financial freedom together. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Get Ready for College sale. Oh, my. Are you okay?
My baby boy is going off to college. And move-in day is almost here.
Well, right now through July 25th, you can save on everything they need for the semester, like smart storage solutions to stylish decor and more.
Did you say savings?
Yep. Come in store or go to ikea-usa.com/readyforcollege to shop back to college offers through July 25th. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store on ikea-usa.com for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
If you're a pro painter, do you know how much you're paying per gallon for paint? Paint stores try to convince you that you're getting a good deal with deep discounts. But what they don't tell you is their starting price is too high to begin with. If you buy paint from the Home Depot, you're getting the lowest price per gallon on Behr paint, guaranteed. We offer everyday low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paints, stains, and primers. Plus, pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From co-pays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Right now, getting a home insured in Florida feels like... Thankfully, there's Open House, a tech-enabled home insurance provider that is saving Floridians hundreds, just in time for hurricane season. Get an online quote in seconds and join your neighbors who dropped for Open House. Start saving today at openhouseinsurance.com. See openhouseinsurance.com for details. This advertisement does not constitute a binding offer or guarantee of coverage.
You can always count on a classic. It's timeless and tastefully legendary. That's the truth behind the Troppy Chop. Often imitated, too delicious to be duplicated. The sauce just won't taste the same. But to really stand out, you gotta stay fresh and move to the beat of your own bowl. The Troppy Chop, only at Pollo Tropical. A classic that never goes out of style.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Welcome to the good stuff. I'm Jacob Schick, a third-generation combat Marine.
And I'm his co-host and wife, Ashley Schick. We believe everyone has a story to tell, not only about the peaks, but the valleys they've been through to get them to where they are today. We're joined by some amazing guests who share the lessons they've learned that shaped who they are and what they're doing to pay it forward and give back.
Listen to the good stuff on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. B-O-N-U-S. Bonus. That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
I'm not trying to say that on the radio. It's too easy
with
to screw that
a
one up.
CK at the end. You know, it sounded like a different word.
It sounds like the S word.
Jacob and Ashley Schick.
Yeah, there's a commercial that airs, and this guy's
Schick
saying his
happens.
name, and it sounds like his last name is the S word, and each time it makes me go, "Whoa, wait, what was that?" It's just a reaction every single time. But there you go. All right, we're gonna get to you.
I'm changing my last name to the T word.
You know what?
That's the only way it would work.
I think that would be an actual valid workaround.
Of course, or I come up with a TV show in which it's like,
if you
titled,
changed your last name to the T word and I changed my last name to the F word.
No, I think you should change your last name to the A word. So it'd be like TNA.
No.
Right. Sean Asshole?
How about just the F word? That was bad enough. That's where I'm going. If we did that, then we would have secretly unlocked a code.
Or we all just be adults here and acknowledge that the T word is not that big of a deal.
It's not my rule. Do you think I want you to say or not say things? If it was me, what do you think I would say?
You would say absolutely.
I would say we should be able to say all of the words.
Yeah.
All of the words. Like these words right here. I'm going to list the ones right now.
As long as you call someone that and don't describe genitalia, it should be fine.
Well, we get the test every single year that we have to
Am I
do.
right,
We drag
pussies?
things into the buckets and whatnot, and they tell you what you can say.
And make sure you're not listening to this where you could ever be anywhere close to being on the air.
All right, there's still a problem, and I can't believe this is still going on. This is frustrating, actually. There is still a problem with the supply of sriracha out there. And I thought it was
Isn't this supposed to
fixed for
last
while.
a little bit?
I've
been told next year.
there was two different things. There was the one during the pandemic where all of a sudden you couldn't find sriracha for anything. And that's troublesome because a lot of restaurants use sriracha in different things that they sell.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, it was back. And Courtney got me one. I just finished the bottle up yesterday.
Wow.
And can't get another one now. Actually, I can because my friend Caitlin, who we all know and love, she, during the middle of this, dropped me off a
Lifetime
thing
supply.
with like 500 packets of sriracha.
How long does it last?
I don't
though?
know, but I'm going to use them as long as I can.
Not only is people putting it on everything at home, but in some areas of the country, it's on tables everywhere.
Yeah, actually like a ketchup,
And-
which talk about a breakthrough, man. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
You don't just come up with a new product and make it in that arena right there.
Especially hot sauce because there's so much of it. If you're a restaurant, if you're a chain and you're not making your own hot sauce, well then you have to pick. Are we Cholula people?
Yeah,
Are
what
we
are we?
Tabasco people? Are we
Crystal?
Are we doing like
Crystal's
a
in
kind
a
of
lot of places.
a kind of mishmash and just kind of you get what you get and trade with your neighbor?
So many places have Tabasco that I would argue that that's probably the number one
That's the
in
go-to.
most restaurants, even though I hate it. It's not anywhere near as good as the other stuff. But think about the things that make it onto the table. Ketchup, mustard, salt, pepper, sugar. Those are usually
Mayonnaise.
the only things that you find out on the table. I don't even think places have mayo.
Yeah,
out
they
there,
do.
do they?
Yeah.
Like a bottle of mayo or something?
Mayo just sitting out room temperature?
I haven't even
Yeah.
seen that before.
Not a huge
Mayonnaise.
fan of it, but I'll still use it.
Mayonnaise, bottled mayonnaise is pasteurized. It's able to sit out. And
Okay,
just
That's
use
fine, but I haven't. I'm saying, and like diners, restaurants going there, I haven't seen that on the table in any of these places.
You know what they do have on tables too at diners is maple syrup because you're supposed to put it on your pancakes.
A lot of people do that. Not me. I'm a traditionalist. I'm a purist,
Honey?
and I eat them the way. No,
There-
just plain.
There's a place
Plain
around the
with my
corner, from here that keeps mayo on the table, even on the outside tables.
Yeah.
and people are like, "Oh, I don't know about this mayo," and it's like, "It's fine, calm down."
Right, it's made to do that, but usually you don't see that stuff. And then the only other thing you would see is if you're at an Italian place, like the type with the red and white tablecloths, you would see
Cheese, red pepper, or
Yeah.
oregano.
Yeah.
I almost said oregano.
you would see those three things, but you find those nowhere else. Like it's really hard to break into that world. And right now, people are buying this sriracha online for like 10 times the price of what it costs in the stores.
Yeah, so those, what was it, last week? It was like $70 or $150 for like two.
Really?
So those
Oh
must
my
have gone up, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch. I mean,
That's insane.
sometimes you'll see people selling on average the regular large bottle, like the big one that lasts quite some
Right.
time, for $30 plus, and even more in some cases.
I wonder if I should be saying this.
Do it.
Before sriracha, like when it was first getting that pop of like popularity and everybody was starting to want to get it, they didn't really have it at all the stores. So if you wanted to buy sriracha at the grocery store, it was in the international aisle,
Right.
You
And
had to go to East Side Asian Market or
Yeah,
something.
even though it's made by an American dude.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, Fritz. If you went to one of the Asian markets in like Little Vietnam or one of those areas, that's where you can get the cheap sriracha.
Yeah, they have like knockoffs galore now, but not
now Tabasco makes a sriracha,
But it's not as good.
No, it's not as good.
Not,
Heinz sriracha.
Nobody's nailed it. I wish they had because I just go with the knockoff. I don't care at all.
You know who hates sriracha? The town in which it is made.
Oh yeah, they
Every
they
year
don't have
we
any
get
choice.
It smells so bad.
Yeah, you can imagine how pungent that would be.
So they have this shortage because they're missing one, they said, one ingredient?
Well, I think the peppers, and I saw somebody mention this on chat as well. There was like a bad season for the peppers
Right.
that they use.
But
okay.
And I think that takes a while to affect the stores, like by maybe a couple of years. Like I think you need to, the peppers need to get to a certain age to be red.
Yeah.
And have the flavor profile
So
that you need to make the sauce.
When they have a problem, you do not notice immediately.
Right.
It takes some time for that to hit, and then you go, "Well, what the hell? What's happening here?" But it's because there was an issue, and then they're trying to play catch up the whole time.
Like, I mean,
strangely enough,
it sounds it sounds stupid because it is really kind of obvious. But if all the corn crops just went away, then all the corn that's still in the stores is going to sell until it sells out. All the corn that is canned is going to last a little bit longer. And then maybe a year from now, we're like, all right, see you later, corn.
Right. And then
nice to know you.
You got to catch up. And then the problem is, guess what happens when it starts coming back? Then everybody goes for it, and now it's a supply issue with people trying to get it as soon as it lands on the shelves. This is exactly what happened with the toilet paper situation during the pandemic as well. It's like, holy cow, we end up screwing everything up for ourselves afterwards. Tammy on YouTube says Hoi Fong sauce is still available.
Watch your
It's
mouth.
Not the same stuff. I gotta have the original for God's sake. And
Rooster
I ain't paying,
sauce.
I'm not paying $36 for that.
Tammy says Hoi Fong's is still not available. Hoi Fong's is the good brand.
That's the
Green
it says
cap.
Hoi Fongs and then all the stuff in like Vietnamese or whatever. But it's actually just done by some dude in California. Anyways, how do you survive a blackout in a heat wave? It's an important question because Sabrina just checked. And it's 6 billion degrees outside.
I will go, just made a call to my little brother. And within 3 minutes, I mean, full-blown sweating.
Right. Yeah. It's uncomfortable.
And I saw online today that I guess for the next 10 days, it's going to feel, especially in Florida, like a jungle.
I don't like that.
The humidity will be so heavy that it'll be hard to breathe.
I don't like that. I don't like that feeling.
Can't wait.
I also don't like this. If it's hot during the day, fine. All right. It's the summer. It gets hot. That's the way it goes. It's hot outside. But when you go outside at night and it's pitch black, there's no sun, and it's still hot.
It's still 86.
Yeah, I hate that.
Like sticky night?
Yeah, that feels like you can't escape it because if it's hot during the day and then it cools down to like 70 something at night, you're like, oh, who cares? This is fine right here. But all day long. And I went out last night again, like 9:30 or 10 o'clock. I go out to the backyard and I go, oh, I could feel myself walking through it. Like, you feel like almost a resistance of the weather outside.
It tricks you a little bit because you think you're working out. You're like, yeah, all right, I got my sweat on.
Because you're dying.
Yeah, I did some reps or something.
What's worse, though, sweating when it's humid or dry heat so it's so hot you can't even sweat?
Okay,
because that's when you die.
I know, and I think I have an unpopular opinion on this, but I like Vegas heat way better.
I did not fare well. I've only been once.
Like it makes
I did not fare
it makes
well.
your skin peel, and it's not great. But wouldn't you rather have that than what it feels like outside right now?
I don't know, because that's the thing. Like I did not look good physically to everyone else when I was in that dry heat.
It's actually physically ill.
My lips were so chapped. I was sneezing a lot because all my sinuses were dry. And then I have naturally curly hair, but then all of a sudden it was like this weird like straight piece out of nowhere, and then a frizz somewhere else.
It's dusting you up.
And then I went to sleep at 5 p.m. because the time difference. So I would like to try again. That's for sure.
I just know it is
Let's
hot.
go to Vegas.
And there's more pressure than ever on the power companies because people are using their AC more. I think we're like peak AC use.
My bill was insane this month.
Was it?
Yeah, mine too.
I just got mine. This is going to be, I think, the most expensive month. I think mine was $570.
I'm like, all right, I'm going to now just set the thermostat at 80 degrees like my parents did.
Something must be wrong. So you're 570.
Yeah.
You're powering an entire studio.
Yeah.
And bigger house than I have.
It's mostly
Mine's only
and two air conditioners.
Yeah,
right?
just two. Well, three if you count the split.
Yeah.
All right, I got to make a phone call.
Yeah. Well,
Mine's
is yours up in-
$200 less than yours. That doesn't make any sense.
How cold do you keep it in your house at all times?
As of late, I mean, at night, I'm at 68.
Okay, so you're down in the 60s, and
I have to.
The house might not be like
Hot
sealed
flashes.
up very
No,
good.
yeah. If you have like, let's see, windows or doors, then it's going to leak out.
If you got ones that are a little older and the seal is not that great, then it just kind of goes outside and it runs away from you. So yeah, I mean, this is the time of year for all this stuff, and because people are demanding so much power. They say like this leads to actual people dying. They had the guy in Death Valley that died because it was so hot outside.
Yeah, for sure, dude. They visited Death Valley.
Yeah, he kind of had it coming. But they said as many as 12,800 people could die if there was a citywide blackout in Phoenix. They did a test. They said if there was a 2-day citywide blackout in Phoenix, you would have 12,800 people die. That is 9 Hurricane Katrinas.
Yeah.
All right? If the power goes out.
How many people?
9 Hurricane Katrinas. 12,800 people could die.
You said they did a test. What was...
See how many people
they
die?
just cut off the lights. So let's see what happens to these folks. No, they did a research study, and they examined what would happen if these folks didn't have access to power. And they said the blackouts, even on a city or statewide basis, would lead to a lot of people ending up dying because it's so damn hot outside. I like the hacks more than anything. I know you guys, have you seen the meme of the dude sitting in his car and he's like, this is my air conditioner or whatever, and he's got the 2 bags of ice from the gas station surrounding him in his seat and like dropping his temperature immediately. You got to get creative if this actually does happen.
I saw someone grilling barbecue, and they're sitting in their car with the AC going.
My God, you would have to. For Jesus, it's deadly at some points. So they say, how do you survive when it gets like this? I've got the details in front of me, and it's what to do before, after, all that stuff. Maybe it keeps your pop alive, and those details plus jury duty coming up next on the News Junkie.
Find us on Threads at Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by the Play It Forward Foundation.
The American League had won 9 straight All-Star games, but they couldn't make it 10 last night after the National League rallied for a dramatic 3-2 win in Seattle. Elias Diaz crushed a go-ahead 2-run homer in the 8th, while Craig Kimbrell slammed the door on the AL in the 9th to secure the victory. Diaz took home the MVP award. Felix Bautista got saddled with the loss. Baseball resumes in full on Friday. I'm Scott Davidson.
The Play It Forward Foundation, or PIF, elevates and equips elite young athletes through NIL branding to support their development and secure their future. Learn more at piffoundation.org. Play It Forward Foundation, creating opportunities.
If you're suffering and there's a safe, natural, easy-to-use solution to help make you feel better, wouldn't you at least want to try it? That's why millions of people use Navage Nasal Care to help relieve their symptoms of sinus congestion, allergies, snoring, and other nasal-related problems. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Candace, a verified Navage user who writes, "This is the greatest invention ever made. I truly can't believe the difference and the relief it has made in my sinus problems. Thank you." Unquote. Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open.
The Orlando Improv welcomes Linnell on July 14th and 15th.
You know, women are doing a lot more drinking than they used to. I don't know what that's all about.
Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail servers and waitstaff, food runners and dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Call 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Packing for your summer road trip? Leave the travel guide at home and bring the Autio app along for the ride. Autio brings any drive to life with fascinating stories about the places you go, all narrated by expert storytellers. Browse through Autio's more than 10,000 fascinating location-based tales to inspire your travel itinerary and discover unique destinations along the way. Wherever summer takes you, make your next drive an adventure with Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at autio.com.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally need to pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, all those beautiful colors. But it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas. And next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
The Dunkin' Run is here, and so are the deals. Add a $3 sausage, egg, and cheese to a medium or larger coffee. Time for a Dunkin' Run. America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid with the purchase of a medium or larger coffee. Price and participation may vary.
It pays to listen. Open your free iHeartRadio app and listen to this station to be entered to win $5,000. Each day you come back to listen on the iHeartRadio app is another entry. The more you listen, the more chances you have to win. Download the free iHeartRadio app for access to winning like never before.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms: irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Boost your imagination with Audible. Listen to the biggest selection of audio entertainment, from celeb memoirs to motivation and more. Audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. There's more to imagine when we listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
They won't tell you this, but your pets are pretty lonely when you leave. No worries. We'll keep them company. Just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Just a moment. And also how to survive a blackout in a heat wave. You might actually need to know that. BS on YouTube says Jacksonville has a scent, and they're crapping on Jacksonville over in the YouTube chat. I don't know why Jacksonville gets it so bad. I don't know why you guys do this to poor Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's
cool. I haven't really spent much time in Jacksonville. I think I've just driven through, but people crap on
maybe
Jacksonville.
just because it's so big that it's an easy target.
It's like widespread, right?
Yeah.
It's like stuff isn't very close together in Jacksonville.
Miami is relatable, where you're like, you can grow up in Miami. I did, and then I will meet someone who also grew up in Miami, And upon immediate high school revelation, I'm like, oh, we lived 1 hour and a half away from each other.
Yeah, well, Miami has so many different parts of it too, which like
It's insane.
Yeah, if you say I live in Miami, you know what people think? They think like you're living the South Beach life.
Why don't you have an accent?
Yeah, they think you're like tan skin and you're out there partying all the time. And most of the people are not engaging in that at all.
What would you equate Miami more of a like Chicago or a New York feel?
Oh God, I don't know. It's very different than Chicago.
I'll go New York because I've never been.
It's like New York in the tropics. I guess that's the best way you could think about it.
It's very strange,
but it's super expensive right now. I know that for sure. It's nothing cheap in Miami right now. It's only going to get worse, and it's hot down there too, right? So we're looking at the ways that you can battle all of this stuff, and the ways that you can stay alive if there is indeed some sort of blackout that you have to deal with, meaning your AC is not working. And there was a piece online that I saw yesterday, and they said you got to get ready even before the power goes out. It says, no, you're not a psychic. You can't predict when a power outage will leave you without your AC, but you are an informed person who's aware that heat waves are becoming more common and intense in the United States. And they say you got to have a kit ready to go, an emergency kit ready to go. Now, Sabrina has talked about her go bag before.
Yeah.
Right? I told you I'm watching this new show From. Terrible name.
Doom bag.
But it is a good show. Very, very good show. The idea of this show is that all these people were from different spots in the United States of America. And all of a sudden, they ended up in this town that they can't escape. You can't escape it. If you go to the end of the town, you just end up right at the beginning of the town. You're stuck there. But you get all the stuff you came in with. And when we were watching, I was like, oh, man, Sabrina would have a field day with this. Because if you had your go bag in your car when you got trapped in this like purgatory world or whatever they are,
good to go.
You would have all this stuff with you. You would be able to keep that in this like in between world where they get stuck. So they say you should have all kinds of stuff ready to go and backup batteries for stuff. One that's great, C-Lane, what's the one you have? Because that's a really good one for these situations.
What do you mean?
The battery thing.
Oh, the Jackery.
The Jackery. And
Excuse me.
I always think it's a made-up name.
It's a strange name, but I've seen a couple of people.
Hey, there's a bunch of deals on Jackery products on Prime Day right now.
Check those out, because if you have one of those and just kind of let it charge and let it get ready to go, you wouldn't believe how useful that stuff can be.
The one I have doesn't put out enough power to do, say, like anything with a motor, like a blender or food processor. I don't even think a coffee maker, but I could do like, my laptop a couple times.
You could do a fan.
Smaller
like
fans.
A small fan.
Smaller fans. And it's just, a couple charges of phones and, everyday items, stuff like that. But some of the bigger ones that they have, first of all, you can stack batteries to like daisy chain into them and feed them so that you have all that power banked up. And then if you have the big enough solar panels, you're kind of...
You keep going.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that's kind of crazy to me about this is, and I didn't even know this, but I don't know why. During the pandemic, at the beginning of the pandemic, Courtney and I were it was setting in that something was happening here. And I go,
it's going down, babe.
I said, we need to charge the backup batteries.
Every hurricane, I have an entire bank of little promo external batteries. Never used one of them.
I don't know why we did that for the pandemic, though. We were like, all hell's going to break loose. The power's going to go out. COVID's going to get the power grid. And so we charged these things up. And then for like 2 years, we forgot that we had charged these batteries up and put them in a drawer around the house. And then the last hurricane that went through happened. And I said, we got to get those out and charge them again. And when I went to plug them in, they were still 100% charged. They hold the charge for like years and years. So if you get a couple of those big ones like that, charge them up, set them away, and then in the event of something like this, you would be able to have some kind of backup. And then they talk about things that you could do, like never open your refrigerator if you can avoid it, even though you're definitely going to want to do that. And
even if you're really hungry and you need food or you might die, just don't open it up.
Just envision all the food in there that you don't want to eat anyway.
Yeah, mostly elderly people and very, very young people are going to be the most vulnerable in these cases. But this is a whole gigantic
you're at
piece.
risk, Sean.
I am not at risk. I'm not elderly. How dare you? Google that, though. When do you start being elderly?
How old is Sean Wasson?
Echo, how old does elderly mean?
From moviecultist.com. Elderly person means a person who is 65 years of age.
Yeah,
Buddy,
baby.
you are close.
Yeah, baby, just young and fresh and hip over here. And also getting
Echo,
into this.
how do old people eat pancakes?
No, it's not going to say that.
From whiskafair.com. Old-fashioned pancakes are soft and fluffy.
Hey, play.
A thick, flat cake-like dish that is pan-fried from both sides in a pan and is made with an all-purpose flour batter. If you're ever looking for cooking inspiration...
No, I'm not.
Stop.
I'm not. Echo, stop. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Nice guy.
Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Oh, is he at the front door right now? Oh, no.
He's here?
Yeah. Could somebody
got
let
it.
Mo in? Oh, man. Hang on. Yeah, he's sitting out there. I didn't see that he was at the front door. He's going to be really angry, too. When he comes in, he's probably going to throw stuff. But you could call him as an attorney. 866-CALL-MO. 866-CALL-MO.
Who are you going to call if you're injured by Mo?
Yeah, it's going to be like a conflict of interest, I would think. 866-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. And for the record, all these other attorneys that are out there, they're trying to get your case, right? Your case has value along with it. But they're not going to hear you out and hear your story. Oh my God, he's coming in here. He's going to rage. He's going to rage.
Oh, he's dripping
Don't
with
hit me,
sweat.
Moses. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE. Mo, thank you for joining us. How is your day going?
Good until I got here.
I know. Sorry, I didn't want to.
He's been out for 10 minutes, Sean. Jesus,
man.
man.
You've been out there for 10 minutes, have you? No way. He's exaggerating.
He was making himself a sandwich.
I could check this out. I could look back to the camera.
Oh, you're going to.
Oh, no. He texted at least 5 minutes ago. So. And it's hot as hell out there.
Yeah, big time.
Mo, I'm sorry. That's my fault.
And he's wearing jeans.
I know.
And a long sleeve shirt.
We got it. We got it, all right?
And I have a condition.
What's your condition?
I don't know. I'll make it up later.
You don't have to disclose that. Okay?
Everybody has one.
That's protected by HIPAA. Thank you for
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back. We're going to chat with Moses.
Yeah, that's what you said when he rang the
No, but
doorbell.
this is for realsies. And also, Celine, we have a bunch of questions that we've been storing up.
Including one about HIPAA.
Yeah, we
There
got
we
some
go.
good stuff that we got to ask Mo, so stick with us. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your Wednesday is going well. Right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, pretty clear traffic flow, including east and westbound lanes of I-4, although a little bit of your usual delay, of course, approaching State Road 535. But thankfully, east and west of the 408 is also clear, north and south of the Turnpike as well, and the Greenway too. So overall, a pretty smooth ride, but remember, while out behind the wheel, if you see any issues, dial our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number. That's 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's BOGO $1 deal. Wendy's BOGO $1 deal is back at participating Wendy's. Buy a Dave's single, spicy chicken sandwich, 10-piece nugs, or medium frosty, and get another for $1. Double your deliciousness. Hurry, this BOGO deal won't last.
The following message is brought to you by Kardia, makers of the world's leading personal EKG devices.
We pulled people off the street and asked them about their heart. How's your heart?
Good.
You sure?
I think so.
How do you know? It doesn't come with a manual, and you're like, oh, I got the 20,000-day checkup, right?
With Kardia Mobile, you can take a medical-grade EKG in just 30 seconds from anywhere. Kardia Mobile is a small device about the size of a stick of gum. Simply put your fingers on the electrodes, and your EKG is recorded right onto your phone. Kardia Mobile is proven to detect atrial fibrillation, one of the leading causes of stroke.
How much do you think this costs?
Probably in the hundreds.
$79.
Oh, wow.
That could be cheaper than a tank of gas.
Checking your heart anytime, anywhere has never been easier. Don't wait. Get Kardia Mobile today for yourself or for a loved one. It's just $79 at Kardia.com. That's Kardia.com. And when you order now, you'll get 10% off Kardia Mobile. Just enter 10 off Kardia at checkout. Also available on Amazon.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate. To help you relieve stress and start having fun again. It's time to let freedom ride and break free from your old ride. and declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down, fed up, or just plain tired? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 23 Outlander for just $7 down. All RC Hill Mitsubishis include a lifetime limited warranty. Even if you've heard no in the past, America is the land of opportunity. And I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$7 down on RC Cleveland. Negative equity may be refinanced. Example, stock number N12354. $7 down, $3.99 per month for 84 months, 3.9 APR.
We must all do our part to reduce the risk and impact of wildfire in Florida. Pick up yard debris, create defensible space around your home, and prepare an emergency kit. Preparing for a hurricane is similar to preparing for wildfires. Being wildfire ready is being hurricane ready. Hurricane debris puts us at greater risk for wildfire. It's not about if a wildfire will ignite, but when. Learn how you can be ready for wildfires at BeWildfireReadyFL.com. A message brought to you by the Florida Forest Service.
Hey Monster fans, Russ here. You know what is really scary? Utility rates. So let's talk about solar. You may have seen solar popping up all over the place. Well, there's a good reason. One is utility rates are rising. Two, government incentives can dramatically lower the cost to solar. So if you want to go solar, call Solar Source. Monster fans get special access to their new solar estimate tool. Visit solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Take some time and think of the most beautiful sights you've ever seen. You know, you only have two eyes. Would you trust their care to just anyone? Of course you wouldn't. The Filatowski Eye Institute offers the latest state-of-the-art LASIK technology, and their team has performed over 65,000 LASIK surgeries. There's so much to see in this world. Make sure you see it clearly with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Simply text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your consultation today. The Filatowski Eye Institute is the smart choice and only choice for LASIK vision correction.
Let's be real, Florida home insurance is an absolute nightmare. And with hurricane season at your doorstep, you need a home insurance company that you can depend on. That's why there's Open House. They're a tech-enabled home insurance provider that uses smart data to keep your premiums low. And you can get an obligation-free quote in seconds and join your neighbors that are saving hundreds of dollars with Open House. You can also get discounts for your smart life choices, like having a gym membership or a dog. So start saving today by going to openhouseinsurance.com. See openhouse.com insurance for details. This advertisement does not constitute a binding offer or guarantee of coverage.
The following message is brought to you by Kardia, makers of the world's leading personal EKG devices.
We pulled people off the street and asked them about their heart. How's your heart? Good. You sure? I think so. How do you know? It doesn't come with a manual and you're like, oh, I got the 20,000 day checkup, right?
With Kardia Mobile, you can take a medical-grade EKG in just 30 seconds from anywhere. Kardia Mobile is a small device about the size of a stick of gum. Simply put your fingers on the electrodes, and your EKG is recorded right onto your phone. Kardia Mobile is proven to detect atrial fibrillation, one of the leading causes of stroke.
How much do you think this costs?
Probably in the hundreds.
$79.
Oh, wow.
That could be cheaper than a tank of gas.
Checking your heart anytime, anywhere has never been easier. Don't wait. Get Kardia Mobile today for yourself or for a loved one. It's just $79 at Kardia.com. That's Kardia.com. And when you order now, you'll get 10% off Kardia Mobile. Just enter 10 off Kardia at checkout. Also available on Amazon.
Need a break? Take one during the summer payment break at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Buy a new Nissan and make no payments for 6 months. Take a break from interest with 0% APR financing and get a lifetime warranty. Sutherland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at your local 7-Eleven for $2.49. Or now 2 for $4 through August 1st. Amino Energy has 0 grams of sugar and delicious fruit flavor. Get more from your morning with Amino Energy.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. And when he's not...
Do you leave all your friends locked outside?
Just left outside on my front porch, just sweating it out.
We're going to get a code one day. One day.
He does. He joins us here on the show. And if you have any questions, send over your dispatches now at thenewsjunkie.com. But we have a lot. We have collected some.
That's right.
Over the last couple of weeks here. And one I wanted to start out with before we get to C-Lane's master list over there. Serena was just mentioning this during the break. And Aretha Franklin, when she passed away, there was no official will that was in place. And they discovered a will afterwards in the couch.
Yeah, handwritten.
Yeah, it was like kind of a mess, too.
And I think right now it's what, her 5 sons?
Yeah,
that
I
are all
believe
fighting
so.
over it 5 years post-death?
They said a document handwritten by Aretha Franklin and found in her couch after her 2018 death is valid. According to a Michigan jury.
And they could prove it's her handwriting.
Yeah, I guess so. And what happens was one of the sons was like, we shouldn't take this will into consideration. And the other son was like, yes, we should. You can imagine why.
Right.
One son's getting better deals out of the will that was in the couch and one's not. And so they were excited about this. They said the documents with scribbles and hard-to-decipher passages emerged in 2019 when a niece scoured the home for records, and she found this will that was pushed into the couch cushions and pulled it out and brought it forward.
You never looked in that couch until after Mom died.
It seems a little convenient.
Love that.
But you should keep all your important documents in your couch. Everybody knows that.
Well, Mo, isn't this one of those things where usually they don't take this kind of stuff? It usually has to be filed with an attorney or has to be done legit?
It's got to be notarized.
Well, it should be if it's done properly, but
Thank you.
Yeah, there's all sorts of cases where wills are written on napkins and stuff like that. If there's
Harry Potter was on a napkin.
Yeah,
sure,
famous true
fact.
story.
Sure.
Harry Potter.
Doesn't it vary by state on what they accept as far as
it does? Some states
handwritten wills
are more strict than others. But it's kind of crazy. Someone of her stature didn't have a will at all.
Really? Yeah. I mean, especially at her advanced age, she wasn't young. She wasn't like she wasn't 42 years old and in peak health and just doing really well and just, young and perfectly healthy.
Sure about that?
She was older and she knew that, and she knew that she must have had big assets from her career and stuff. So you would think with all the kids and stuff, you would want to work that out, but she didn't. So if you just leave something behind, does it come down to a jury situation usually with that or what?
Well, a lot of times it may be a judge's determination, but it's going to be whether they can authenticate it. That's the number one thing here. I guess they could determine it was her handwriting and her signature.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, is there another will? And which one came later? Because you have situations where people are maybe at the end of their life and maybe they're not thinking clearly. Maybe they have some dementia or other issues.
It was in the couch after all.
Right. Somebody gets, a family member gets them to sign something.
I'm going to put this right
So
here.
that can be an issue as well. So, it can lead to a lot of litigation when the wills aren't kind of done with the normal formalities.
Would you have to have like a handwriting expert?
Could, yeah.
Like we know this is Aretha Franklin's handwriting, and then we could compare it to the will to make sure, because just so happens they were looking for some documents and they go, whoa, look at this. Magical will appears in the couch. I could see how that would be something that causes a lot of fighting. And in these situations, Mo, you're so right when you're like, just get this stuff done. Just get a will done. It doesn't take that long to do it. It's not super expensive to do it, but it will make it so there's less consternation and stress
my God,
from your
Right.
family members afterwards, because this causes so many fights.
Peace of mind.
Yeah, it causes so many fights among family members. All right, what do we have on the master list, Steve?
Let's see. We talked about HIPAA a second ago, so let's go there first because we just recently talked about that physician or researcher or somebody who said that medical doctors should be wearing body cams.
Yes.
And there was a whole bunch of worry about what that would mean for people who go to the doctor and people who are paranoid and already think that they have too much of their information. And they were saying that, what if a subpoena or a lawsuit could go after the footage from that stuff? Wouldn't it be, if it's protected by HIPAA, can a subpoena go after that protected information?
It can, depending on why they're going after it. So, in an injury case, for instance, if you claim you're injured, you've basically opened yourself up for them to get all your medical records.
Right.
You brought that into controversy.
All of them?
Within reason, but a lot of times they can go back to any kind of issue that would possibly relate to the injury.
Right.
But if it's something completely unrelated, then typically no. So then you have to do a protective order and ask basically the court to limit what they're allowed to subpoena.
Yeah, she was trying to, in this case, say that all the doctors should wear body cameras because she, in her case, was trying to capture prejudice from these doctors that was leading to some sort of malpractice or whatever. But, I mean, there's a lot of things happening in doctors' rooms that people would not be cool with having a recording of this out there.
Right.
So would a doctor be able to do it legally, or
they'd probably have to have people sign consent to that?
Okay,
and
I
put
see.
them on notice of it.
So it has to be like, at this practice, here's how we do this, and in the welcoming paper, like all of a sudden,
Yeah,
you need to
it's
sign
be
it.
one of the many things they make you sign.
Yeah.
That you don't read.
Yeah, you never read
that I
these
feel
things
like they
anyway.
make you sign every time I'm there.
Yeah, C-Lane's in a fight with his doctor at
Hate
this
it.
point in time. They claimed he was late. He was not late, and he took that very, very hard.
Yeah.
The battle
very
continues.
seriously. I don't like being accused of stuff like that.
I don't blame you. What else you got on the
Unless
list?
it's true. We had the we were wondering if this was illegal because there's been a couple different pranks at a Target where they like somebody has come up and said, hey, you won this thing.
Oh, that was so sad.
You won this. The first time it was like a
elderly couple, man.
a old lady or something. They said she won some AirPods.
Yeah, and they went to the electronics section, Mo, and they said, can I get some AirPods? And they unlocked them and they gave them to him. Then they went over to the old lady. They go, congratulations, you won these brand new AirPods.
Oh, my grandkids will love it.
And then they videotaped her as she was leaving the Target and the security thing was going off. So we were wondering, technically they didn't steal anything, but did they break a law there?
Is it illegal to trick somebody into attempting a lawbreak or even breaking the law?
I mean, it sounds to me like it would be conspiracy to petty theft because you're basically conspiring with somebody else, even though that person doesn't know that they're doing that.
An unwilling participant.
Yeah, so arguably that person doesn't have the intent to steal anything, but the person whose plan it was, I think, could still be charged with conspiracy essentially to commit the crime.
I don't know if anybody's been charged with that yet, but there's more of that happening each week.
The most recent one was a very just hilarious story where some kid and his dad were told that that representatives of Mr. Beast were there and they were going to let him go on a supermarket sweep.
They blindfolded him.
Blindfolded, and then they said 3, 2, 1, and then they just
They
ran.
ran out of the store, leaving them behind. This is another one of those areas that, previous to modern internet and everything, nobody had to legislate this, or nobody had to battle it out in the courts over this. So here we go. What else you got there?
Okay, Sean was had some package he never got, some Etsy statue or something.
I ordered something. It cost me $100. It was going to look great on my shelves, and they never delivered it to me.
And we were curious because it's obviously a federal offense to open somebody else's mail. If it's not United States Postal Service mail, if it's an Amazon package or UPS or FedEx, is it still a federal offense?
I don't think so. I mean, we have to double check
Sean,
on that,
you're
but-
screwed, man.
It's still some sort of crime,
But
though.
It could possibly, you could argue that it would have to be an amount in controversy of a certain amount. Because it crosses state lines, if it was a large enough item, I think it's over $75,000, it could possibly be a federal lawsuit.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
This thing was
so not $100.
Not $100.
Even if it's from an artist, though.
I got other problems with that I need to talk to you about that are much
Private?
more expensive, and whether or not I should do something. We'll talk about that during the break. But I also saw that Bank of America was just ordered by a court to pay $250 million out to account holders over wrongful fees and fake accounts. And this actually happened to me. I bet a lot of people were affected by this. I, years and years and years ago, when they were doing this, went to a Bank of America and I said, I'd like to open an account. And they said, what do you want? And I said, I just want a checking account. And they go, we don't do that. We need a checking and a savings account. And they pushed you into opening both accounts. Why? So that they could tell their investors, we opened this many new accounts this month. So they're like,
the quotas.
Yeah, they're like inflating the amount of new accounts that they did by forcing people to open 2 every single time. And now they're paying out to all of these customers. And aren't they required? Like, let's say Bank of America is ordered, as they were, to pay $250 million because of the situation. Don't they have to make a good faith effort to inform every single person who may have been impacted by this?
Yeah, typically in this case, they're going to have all that information because they have your account information. So they're going to have to send out either an email or a postcard or something like that to try to get in contact with these people to make them aware of this.
Jesus.
So that alone is a huge expense.
Yeah,
right
that just strategically, that's a big, giant pain in the ass, too. And so you might be getting a piece of that. When it's mailbox money, we'll let you know. So keep it on the show.
Mailbox
money? When it becomes something you can go out there and claim and get your money, then we'll tell you about it. All right, quick break. When we come back, we've got more with Moses DeWitt. Celine, do we have more on the list?
I have a couple more.
Okay, we got some more stuff to get to there. We got dispatches coming in.
We're really going through this list.
Yeah, we got a lot to get through still.
Out.
And that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Enjoy the Twitter experience without the musk. At Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your Wednesday is going well. Right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, pretty clear traffic flow, including east and westbound lanes of I-4, although a little bit of your usual delay, of course, approaching State Road 535. But thankfully, east and west of the 408 is also clear, north and south of the Turnpike as well, and the Greenway too. So overall, a pretty smooth ride, but remember, while out behind the wheel, if you see any issues, dial our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number. That's 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Big deals on better sleep are here early. It's Black Friday now at Mattress Firm. Save up to $600 and score a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. See a Mattress Firm sleep expert today to find your perfect bed and get 120 nights to make sure it's right.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassie's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Season 2 of the Alphabet Boys podcast takes you inside the secret investigations that federal agents never thought would see the light of day and asks this disturbing question: are America's top cops catching criminals or creating them?
So you do personal security all over the world. You're connected to all these different people, and you had somebody call you and say, can you get grenades and guns for this guy in Colombia?
Listen to Alphabet Boys Season 2 on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next. And here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years. And right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
Find high-quality healthcare in Florida at healthfinder.fl.gov. Effortlessly explore facilities based on quality measures like infection rates, surgical complications, and readmissions. Compare safety records for medical facilities like hospitals, nursing homes, and outpatient surgery centers with ease. Elevate your healthcare decisions with the transparency tool at healthfinder.fl.gov. Choose wisely, live healthy. Paid for by the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Try new extra charge Dunkin' Refreshers with 50% more caffeine. Yes, 50% more caffeine. Available for a limited time, so try it today. America runs on Dunkin'. Drinks are fruit flavored. Contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Price and participation may vary.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There is no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Florida residents rocket into summer. Now through August 31st, get 2 days for the price of one at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Here, you'll stand face-to-face with real spacecraft that have flown in space, and you can meet an astronaut, see a launch, or even journey to distant worlds at Spaceport KSC. There's a whole universe to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Get tickets at KennedySpaceCenter.com. That's KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Order your Hummer EV at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Student loan forgiveness was a big L for the Biden administration, but they've got another plan that they're rolling out right now. What's happening? We'll get to that momentarily. We're talking with our friend Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. Mo is telling us he goes to some of these legal conventions,
right,
meets all the other industry bigwigs, and learns about all the other things that are going on out there in the legal world. Do you feel like you know most of the big attorneys out there now?
I mean, the lawyer conventions are just wild, Sean.
It's a
wild
time.
stuff.
I picture it. It's just a party from dusk till dawn. They just really go nuts.
Oh, yeah. No, I know some of the attorneys. You know, we bump into each other here and there, but
yeah, Mo gets around. He goes to these places. What's the big one that you were telling me about, where they have like huge names? Is it in Atlanta?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta. I won't say the name of it, but
Yeah.
they I don't think they do it anymore. Actually,
really? They must have been spending some money on that
I think
thing.
they said last year they spent like $6 million or something.
Oh,
they rented
what?
out the what's the
That's
stadium?
Yeah, the
there?
stadium.
The Mercedes-Benz Stadium
Yep.
there. They had Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
a bunch of other
Didn't they
names.
have Johnny Depp's attorney? Was that?
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
event?
Camilla Vasquez was
Yeah.
there.
My God,
I mean,
man.
they were just paying money for all sorts of stuff.
And then do they just write it off? What do attorneys do? Like,
Well, they're trying to sell you a product,
Oh,
so
gotcha.
they're basically. And I mean, I just went because I was like,
Yeah, why not?
I can go see Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
sure. But yeah,
I
they're
could spend my
trying to
day
sell.
not seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger, or I could spend my
Right.
day seeing him.
Exactly.
I'll take that option, please. There is a lot going on in this student loan world, but before we get to that, Ceiling, let's go back to our list since we're playing catch up here with
All
Moses
right.
DeWitt.
For a little bit here, the three of us, I think the four of us actually, because I think Fritz was in on this too. We were kind of glued to this miniseries about the curious case of Natalia Grace.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And did you hear or follow any of that, Moses? Did you watch that series?
I don't think so.
In a nutshell, it is about a young girl who is adopted from the state of Florida. This family takes her in. They're doing pretty well financially. And then they start seeing things that lead them to believe she's not actually a little girl, but she's a grown woman.
We talked about this before.
Yeah, pretending to be a little girl.
She also had a form of dwarfism.
Yeah.
Second
Right.
time I've used that.
Look at that.
word today.
And one thing about it, Mo, was, did we talk about this already? If we did, just let me know. But the changing of her age, the legal changing of her age, when they were talking about this in the movie, they were like, oh, yeah, this is a common thing. We do this all the time.
I think especially with international adoptions where record keeping's not as good in some of the other countries. In her case, it was actually Ukraine.
Yeah, I just thought that would be a very rare thing, but maybe it's more common than I'm thinking.
I mean, I've never dealt with it, but you do see it come up every once in a while with like sports, kids in sports, where you have some giant kid who claims to be like 17 and he's like really 24 or something.
Oh, yeah, that happened. I think the 2006 Little League World Series. There was like a 16-year-old kid.
So, spoiler alert: if you haven't finished this series,
all right.
maybe give us some. Oh no,
Go ahead.
Plug your ears. Plug your ears.
So she was her age was changed, but she was not actually. And so
they changed it wrongly.
Yeah, but a judge ruled it, and it had to stick. And in the trial, they said nobody's allowed to talk about her physical real age.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a doctor that had seen her and done X-rays on her, and they were like pretty much telling him, you cannot testify that you have seen these things that prove, like physically, and your bones that prove that she's 8 years old.
It was almost compelling him to lie.
Yeah, I was going to say, can they be forced to perjure themselves on the stand, or is it up to the attorneys to not ask leading questions?
So, I mean, they can't perjure themselves on the stand, but I'm kind of, and I haven't seen it obviously, but I'm kind of guessing.
Oh, it's maddening.
Maddening?
Yeah.
Maddening.
It's a wild story.
I'm guessing he probably couldn't testify to it because it's not scientifically acceptable. So in Florida, we have what's called the Daubert standard, which it's the same reason like the breathalyzer wasn't allowed in a lot of courts for a lot of period of time because they couldn't verify the scientific evidence behind it. So, this doctor may say, based on my opinion, I think this person is this age based on this bone structure. But if that's not kind of scientifically accepted as the norm and there's not any sort of kind of verification process, then he may be restricted from testifying to that.
Like the thing that he was describing was like something is opened up that closes at a certain age.
It's a puberty thing. It was a puberty-related thing, I believe.
Growth plates.
Yeah.
That's what it was,
The
growth
growth plates, they could see that this girl was actually younger, but because legally on paper they had changed it to her being older, now they're having conversations pretending she's in her 20s when she's not.
Oh, and Mo, they were such dicks to the doctor.
It was really an injustice because it wasn't fair. And then you have the legal team that ended up winning. They won because of an error done by the judge in changing the girl's age. Otherwise, if they knew the girl was actually young, they would have probably ruled completely different on that, I think.
What was the trial over? What was the...
It was over because she was...
whether or not she was abandoned.
She had she had major behavior issues, and she was like attacking the family and threatening them, and et cetera, et cetera.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. She even agreed to this. She said that she did a lot of this stuff. Like she was very, very bad, and maybe psychotic or something. But the family, instead of going, well, we're going to give her up or we're going to try to figure this out, they go, you know what? We actually think you're 18. And then so they got her an apartment and they set her up in an apartment.
Gotcha.
And they started treating her as an adult. And so it was like, did you abandon her? Well, we didn't abandon her. She's an adult now.
Yeah.
Legally, this paperwork says she's an adult. So it was crazy.
No, it's crazy.
Very frustrating to watch that
Good
whole
series,
thing.
though. Fascinating. And I think there's more coming up with it's like where they finally interview her.
Yeah.
And it's not just found footage.
Natalie speaks.
Highly recommended.
One thing that I'm curious about, Mo, today's a perfect day to talk about this, and I know this has been a similar thing is happening in Texas as well, and in California, I believe. But we had yet another major homeowners insurance company pull out of the state of Florida.
So there's only one left?
There aren't many options left at this point. And they just said, nope, we're not doing business in the state of Florida anymore. You have the one that's propped up by the state. And then you have
Citizens.
Yeah. Then you have some other competition, but not much. And now it's just inviting these companies to charge as much as they possibly can for homeowners insurance in the state of Florida. Why? Because they're all scared that we're going to get hit by another hurricane and everybody's going to put the roof claims in and they're going to get screwed over this. And it doesn't matter. I believe, as far as I'm aware, if you have a mortgage, you have to have homeowners insurance.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Do you have to have it no matter what, or only if you have a
No, only if you have a mortgage.
Okay, because these people are now forced into only just a couple of different companies.
I mean, I guess, is that based on the theory or just the notion that if you're rich enough to pay for whatever happens on your property, you're rich enough to not have a mortgage?
Well, I mean, if the mortgage company wants you to have insurance because if the house is damaged, that's their collateral.
Yeah,
so,
right. It's the way they back up the money that they've invested in the property. But it's so frustrating. Is there anything people can do? Can this be opened up to buying insurance from any other places? Or is there anything that people can do?
Not really. And, they just passed this legislation that also makes homeowners insurance much less valuable because we used to have a provision in Florida where if something happened to your house and the insurance company refused to pay, you could get your attorney's fees paid for if you won.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you don't. So let's say your roof is damaged. It costs you $20,000 to put a new roof on and you have to sue your insurance company. Well, yeah, you might win the $20,000 back, but you had to pay your attorney, whatever it costs to hire your attorney.
Right.
So it comes out of the money that you would have gotten, and now you can't pay to fix your roof.
And obviously that's done to acquiesce to the homeowners insurance companies in the state of Florida. And what have we gotten out of that?
Well,
seemingly things are even worse.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
They were supposed to get better, but that has not happened yet.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then there's the other thing. Is that still going on where you were telling me they changed it so you can only value any kind of injuries that you've had based on what Medicare would pay for them?
Yeah, your medical bills are reimbursed at the Medicare or Medicaid rates, even if you don't have Medicare.
Yeah, even if you don't
Medicaid.
have it. So that's not realistic at all for what you would have paid out. So the DeSantis, I guess, was somehow integral in some of this, at least as some criticism towards him. So I'm being fair. He goes after these insurance companies to try to court them, to try to keep them in the state of Florida, and bends over backwards. It does two huge things that are very, very bad for the average person paying for homeowners insurance, and the companies still leave.
Yeah.
So we're just screwed, I guess.
Basically.
That's what we're
So
stuck
keep
on that.
renting?
Maybe. I don't know. Jesus.
I guess I can sell my house.
Well, the rent's so damn high. I think we're all just having to live on the streets. That's what we're going to go to.
No, we'll move into Moses's house.
How about we just live in the studio here?
How about I live in your
that's gonna
backyard,
require
Sean?
me to keep the homeowner's insurance. I get screwed out of this.
Yeah, but I can
one.
help you pay for it.
That's true. Well,
I will
cheaper.
not.
Oh, damn it. See, then what else do we have over there?
Two more. One of them is important, and one of them is not at all important.
Let's
Which
do
one do you
the
want?
Not at all important one.
All right.
All right, not at all important one. This is I even labeled it S's and giggles. Moses, have you ever had to yourself or witnessed another attorney ask the judge to treat the person on stand as a hostile witness?
Oh.
They always do that in the movies.
Always.
I don't think I've had them ask permission, but I think I've had somebody argue that the witness was being hostile.
All right.
Really? In court, yeah.
There's only so much you can do. One of the interesting things is there's a case going on with a rapper accused of murder down in Miami right now, Mo.
The one that you like?
Yeah, YNW Melly is on trial for this murder. And a lot of the guys that are getting up...
Singer of Murder on My Mind.
A lot of these guys that are getting up on the stand and being asked questions will go up there and they'll be very uncooperative, or they'll answer... Yes, and they won't.
Can't understand.
Yeah, they can't understand.
Just like his rap.
Because there's a bunch of like rappers and guys that they were hanging out with, and they have to over and over and over again remind them, you have to speak up, you have to talk into the microphone, you have to answer the questions that you're asked, and I guess it has to go pretty far to say, can I treat them as a hostile witness?
Yeah, I mean, I have had judges before threaten an attorney to drag him out of handcuffs.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
What attorney was that?
I'll tell you later on.
Right.
What's the last one? The serious one.
The serious one was we had the story in like south of Central Florida, mostly Tampa and the surrounding Tampa areas. This pool company that just was involved in a whole bunch of lawsuits because they were just basically stealing a lot of people's money, not finishing pools, all kinds of stuff.
I think I saw this on TikTok.
Was it?
Yeah.
You hear about this a lot, unfortunately, in the pool business.
And the headline says, judge rules that this guy can never own a pool company or work on pools again. And when you read the article, it's like this was part of a settlement. As part of a settlement with Olympus Pools, he says he'll never own another pool company. Is this something that can only happen during a settlement, or can a judge in some case go, I order you never to own a
C-Link
pool
can
company
never
again.
do radio again.
I mean, they could probably revoke his contractor's license permanently or something along those lines.
Okay.
But what
I don't have a radio license.
Hey, we
should.
Wait, do we need one?
No, we're good.
You
We're
used
good.
to.
What a judge can do is limited by statute, so they only have the authority in the statute. But with settlement agreements, you can get a lot more creative, so they can put stuff like that in there, and it is enforceable.
That's wild.
This
to
just
me.
happened in Brazil. The Supreme Court down there said that is it Jair Bolsonaro?
Yeah.
He can't run for office
That's
until
right.
2030.
Yeah, the guy who was recently president before.
Yeah.
Not even that long ago.
Sounds like a sexier Supreme Court than ours.
All right, let me tell you this story about the college student loan situation. The Biden administration is running an end around now after getting smacked down by the Supreme Court.
Come on, man.
They said they're calling this a student loan safety net. Opponents call it a backdoor attempt to make college free.
How big are the holes in this net?
Well, I'll tell you in a second here. They say it could be the next battleground of the legal fight over student loan relief. Now what they're doing is they're going to lower people's monthly payments to $0 in some cases, and in as little as 10 years, cancel all the debt that they have. So here's what it says. Borrowers will be able to apply later this summer, but some of the changes will be phased in over time. Right away, more people will be eligible for $0 payments. The new plan won't require borrowers to make payments if they earn less than 225% of the federal poverty line, which is an interesting number to come to.
225, huh?
Yeah, so you take the poverty.
Not even double.
No, 225% of the federal poverty line, or $32,800 a year for a single person.
All right.
The cutoff for current plans is 150% of the poverty line, or $22,000 a year for a single person. And another immediate change aims to prevent interest from snowballing. This is actually good, I think. As long as borrowers make their monthly payments, their overall balance won't increase. Once they cover their adjusted monthly payment, even if it's $0, any remaining interest will be waived. Now, I get the argument that there are people who got student loans, which they agreed to, by the way, and that after 10 years, they go, look, I owe more than I owed. Or, I owe the same amount that I owed at that point because they're not paying enough on the principal to bring the payments down. That is annoying. Some of it's probably predatory lending, and they've got unfair interest rates and stuff like that. As far as paying it all off, that's a whole nother thing. But this seems like something that, because it's political, it's probably going to get tied up in the court system before anybody sees it.
Absolutely.
And a big campaign point.
Oh, yeah.
As we start next year.
Well, that's what they want. The Biden administration wants all the college kids with student loan debt to think.
And voting rights.
If I vote for this dude, then I'll be able to maybe get this college debt paid off. And the other side's going to go, you're giving free stuff to these people. What
And
about
the
the guy?
drag queens.
What about the guy who paid off his student loan debt?
Does this also mean that future presidential candidates can't really platform for this anymore? If it got torn asunder?
You would think, but then somebody will probably say, well, I know how to do it properly.
They haven't done it my way.
That's a good answer.
The way they'll twist that in. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, come back with the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. We're just going to have some fun with Moses when we return. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, everybody. Good Wednesday to you. Jamie King now, Fox 35 Storm Center. Just want to freshen up the forecast details as we approach midday here in Central Florida. So highs today make a move to about 94. Rain chance after 2 p.m. at about 50%. Scattered showers and storms on top. Looks like a heat index as high as 107 today, so the heat is on. 76 tonight. Evening shower and storm chance at 30%. Quiet, partly cloudy late. Thursday, 94. Rain chance 60% for the p.m. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. You take care.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If summer is heating up your hiring needs, then you need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Sponsor your first job and get hiring today by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
You probably already know that Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. But now we have a chance for you to earn $5,000. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you the keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. However, if you listen to Real Radio on our free iHeartRadio app, you can earn $5,000. Always remember, if you get the call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Nobody wants a root canal. But if it's time, Advanced Endodontics will preserve your natural smile. Pain-free, using the latest in modern dental technology with 5 convenient Central Florida locations. An expert Advanced Endodontics team is always close by for appointments or same-day emergencies. No referrals needed. Visit IneedARootCanal.com to learn about Advanced Endodontics, easy financing, and flexible payment plans. That's IneedARootCanal.com.
Welcome to the Unlit Life. It's this place where you feel free, like enjoying a low-key get-together with friends instead of a wild night on the town style of free. When you can enjoy a moment with Blue Vapor just because. You know, the everyday doesn't have to feel so everyday. With Blue e-cigs, you can get stuff done and still have fun. And when we let ourselves get unlit, we start really living. Blue. Get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Fontum Holdings 4BV. Copyright 2022. Fontum US LLC.
The money's good and the bids are high. Speedy, fast. The check is on Bank of America and it's real. Give me the VIN.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. Give me the VIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Ow. Okay, it's all right. Let's just start over. And one, and oh.
Ballroom dancing is a lot like saving for retirement.
Okay, class. Switch up partners. Oh, thank goodness.
It's way easier with someone who knows the right moves. With Fairwinds Credit Union as your dance partner, you can glide into financial freedom by saving more and planning for your future. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all. And you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
We must all do our part to reduce the risk and impact of wildfire in Florida. Pick up yard debris, create defensible space around your home, and prepare an emergency kit. Preparing for a hurricane is similar to preparing for wildfires. Being wildfire ready is being hurricane ready. Hurricane debris puts us at greater risk for wildfire. It's not about if a wildfire will ignite, but when. Learn how you can be ready for wildfires at BeWildfireReadyFL.com. A message brought to you by the Florida Forest Service.
With the Autio app riding shotgun, every road trip is an adventure.
Autio is my traveling companion. It's educational, entertaining, funny. It makes the drive come to life.
The Autio app automatically plays you stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories outside your car window, with over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast.
I've learned more about my hometown from the Autio app than I did growing up here.
Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at AUTIO.com.
One of the great things about little boys and little girls is when they grow up, they want to be just like you. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. So to moms and dads, aunts and uncles, and grandparents everywhere, remember this. The next time you get in the car and don't buckle your seatbelt, a little boy is watching. And when you decide to text or dial and talk while driving, a little girl is watching your every move. And when you head down the road with a beer or cocktail in the car, that little person next to you is taking it all in. In this life, you have an awesome responsibility to those children who love you the most and want to be you in every way. So make a pledge today to be a good role model to these kids and their friends so that that little boy and that little girl get to grow up and be just like you. Morgan & Morgan, for our children.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you're suffering and there's a safe, natural, easy-to-use solution to help make you feel better, wouldn't you at least want to try it? That's why millions of people use Navage nasal care to help relieve their symptoms of sinus congestion, allergies, snoring, and other nasal-related problems. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Candace, a verified Navage user who writes, "This is the greatest invention ever made. I truly can't believe the difference and the relief it has made in my sinus problems. Thank you." Unquote. Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
LASIK is more affordable than you think. Right now at the LASIK Vision Institute, we're offering $1,000 off our Wavelight laser when treated in July. That's $500 off per eye with guaranteed financing. Visit GetLVILASIK.com for details.
Stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. A couple of things on the way out. We didn't get to the interview with that missing guy that wasn't missing
Rudy.
at all.
Rudy Farias.
Yeah, we didn't get to that. So maybe I'll get into that tomorrow. I'll save that here because it's supposed to be very interesting. But I did see they just released something about Larry Nassar, which I don't know if you know this story, Moses, but that's the guy who was on, he was like the doctor for
Team USA.
the Team USA gymnastics team. And he's in prison for like a very long time. I don't know if it's life or whatever it is. But they said somebody stabbed him. He got attacked and stabbed.
I mean, big time. Shanked.
A lot of times. Like he got stabbed 8 times or something.
Might have been paper mache.
we don't know what kind of
That
knife it was.
interview.
This is what the Associated Press says. A prisoner suspected of stabbing Larry Nassar at a federal penitentiary in
They
Florida.
haven't even found the person who did it?
No, they have. Yeah.
Oh.
The inmate's been identified. They said a prisoner suspected of stabbing Larry Nassar at a federal penitentiary in Florida said the disgraced former sports doctor provoked the attack by making a lewd comment while they were watching a Wimbledon tennis match on TV.
No way.
That's what they said led to this. They were watching Wimbledon together.
I always picture people in prison just watching Wimbledon.
I would never have thought that. I don't know if I thought they were watching The Wire or whatever, but I didn't think Wimbledon.
For a very long time, the people in prison were listening to our show.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people who were in prison, loved the show. They all gathered around, and I think that they stopped them from listening to us, and I don't know why.
They shut us down.
Prison
We've been
guards,
silenced.
bring us back.
Listeners.
They said it was all about a lewd comment he made while watching a Wimbledon tennis match. The other guy got pissed off, and he stabbed him multiple times in the neck, chest, and back before 4 other inmates rushed in and pulled him off of Nassar, according to the person familiar with the matter. So that's what happened with all of that as the details continue to roll
I wonder how long this guy just had to spend time around Nassar and was just like, this guy.
He says one word.
This effing guy.
You know, it's like, I want to take him out anyways. What the hell are they going to do?
And
to
who's
me?
gonna be mad at me?
And where did he store the shank?
Oh, most of these guys have this stuff, I think. I think if you get into like a really rough prison, more often than not, these guys have something hidden in their cell, something that they can attack people with. All right, let's do the final dispatches. There's a lot of people talking about the insurance thing because that is infuriating. And here is Colt 45.
What's up, guys? Got a little bit of a public service announcement. So our insurance company we switched to is called KIN, K-I-N, and they wrote us a policy for a reduced roof rate. Basically, if our roof gets damaged, they don't pay out as much as like an entire roof would cost. But in the long run, it changed our insurance rate from like $4,000 a year down to like $1,300. So it's just cheaper than what it even used to be. But hope that helps some people out. Y'all have a great day.
So he's saying that there's some of these insurance companies that are making you sign some agreement that, hey, if your roof has an issue, we're not going to pay out the whole amount.
I mean, it sounds like the equivalent of getting your car insurance and getting just the bare minimum.
Yep.
Yeah, that was part of the new statute where you can have replacement value of your roof, or you can just say, all right, I insure it for $10,000 and I'm responsible for whatever else.
Yeah, it seems fair enough if people want to do that. It could be a disaster for you.
As long as you can afford to replace the roof if you need to.
Yeah, which is expensive. Sea-Lane knows
Trying
that.
to think of what ours went for.
It's not cheap to have a roof done, for
I got
sure.
a quote on my old house last year to replace it. I think it was about 20.
Oh, wow, really?
And that wasn't that big of a house.
I mean, yeah. You know what's really surprisingly a complicated process that shouldn't be? Cashing an insurance check.
Yeah? You can't just go to the bank and drop off a check?
You can't just take a picture of it? With
Yeah,
your phone?
I do now.
No.
What's different about it?
Oh, there was like paperwork that the bank wanted us to sign. Plus, it was
screw that.
It was the check was
suspicious.
The check was made to
Yeah, they're
like
Sea-Lane's up to
4
something.
people.
What?
Yeah,
The check was made out to 4 different people?
yeah, because your mortgage company gets put on the check,
Okay.
and so
So it's like you, your wife, maybe, or like the insurance company and the mortgage company.
and so the we had to mail the check to the mortgage company for them to like stamp it and sign it, and then they had to mail it back to us. And of course, we like next day delivered it, and they're like, priority man. Like, can't get anything done
A
fast.
little bit slow on the way back. Let's see. Here's I'm a PC. It says confusing Sean.
So if you're defending the U.S. government for giving out predatory loans, what does that mean?
I have no idea what you're getting at.
Do you want to try that outside of the bathroom next time?
I'm saying that if people got loans and they went to college and they agreed to the loans, they should pay off those loans. They shouldn't be paid off by everybody else. I don't think that's fair. But if the loans that they're assigning to are predatory, I think it would be fine for them to have something in place that makes it so their interest rates don't spiral out of control. I don't think that's fair either. I think the fairness is sort of in that mid zone where you have to pay for stuff that you were loaned, and you don't get gutted by the companies that are doing this.
Also, yeah, it's companies that are doing this, not the U.S. government.
Yeah, if the U.S. government does do a lot of school loans, but I don't know what percentage of these are from the U.S. government.
They probably mostly are, but they changed the regulations on that because of that, where schools were basically, because the government would give them loans for anything, the schools would advertise and get people in there to do like massage therapy school for like $60,000 a year.
Right, yeah.
When they're never going to be able to repay that. And then basically the federal government said if your default rate is over a certain percentage, we're going to cut off your student loans where you can't get them anymore.
Yeah, and you saw for a little while so many of those schools pop up all over the place.
There's commercials all over the place.
Whether
too.
it was like technology school or like all kinds of different ones that they were doing.
I went to technology school.
Sounds so fake. Oh,
A
man.
plus.
Time is ticking. We gotta get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
Great.
So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for Wednesday, July 12th,
I'm scared to
2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Please don't
I'm scared to see
injure
what happens
yourself.
after here. I'm not, all of the things that happened.
Do you
was
have
not
knee
my fault.
pads? Mo, have you heard what's been happening to her?
No.
We don't have time. I'll tell you. It's
She
break.
fell down the stairs this week. Okay,
But, because it was slippery.
Then she went into a gentleman's club.
I did.
and
Knocked over all the glassware.
Knocked over all the glassware.
Not very gentlemanly like.
No,
Yeah,
and
thank you.
they said as much. The bouncer said as much to her. And then yesterday she had a dog that went after her, and she got all bruised up
the
on her
crap
leg.
out of my leg. Death grip. Wait till you see the bruises.
She's accident prone
Sounds
this
like your
week.
case.
You need to stay inside.
Stop. No, they're my friends.
Be as careful as you can. Today I
Don't
learned,
buy a dog, just call Mo.
New commercial.
No, not Walter.
today I learned this show thing.
Power Rangers.
Oh,
Ninja
gotta
Turtles.
catch them all.
Oh, Pokemon.
Pokemon is right. Today I learned the Pokemon anime was banned in the country of Turkey in 2000. This is because a 7-year-old girl jumped off a 5th-story balcony.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my
pretending
God.
to be a Pokemon. She ended up
Which
breaking
one?
her leg. She might actually be a Pokemon if she only ended up breaking her leg. It's 5 stories.
Pika.
What? That sounds like she should have died from that. but they shut down Pokemon in the country after that. Today, I learned the impact of boxing gloves on the injuries of boxers is a controversial issue. A report by the British Medical Association concluded that the glove did not reduce brain injuries and may even increase injuries.
Put a crumpet in it.
Gloves could be making it worse. And today, I learned this band right here.
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith is correct. Today, I learned Aerosmith earned more money from Guitar Hero than from any of their albums. They made a ton off that video game. Moses, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Thank you,
We appreciate
Fritzy.
you. Thank you, Fritz. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We appreciate
See you,
you for
Lane.
hanging out with us and listening to the show. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.